that waffle. It was so nice.
Yeah, dude.
When I wore it, I loved it.
Probably one of my new favorite pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brady, you got a new piece of gear on.
Did we receive that yet?
Yep.
We have them.
It's on the website.
It is?
Website.
Yep. Go on Black Rock hoodie.
When I wore it in Mexico on the Mexicoos giveaway, when I was wearing the prototype, I absolutely loved it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I was wearing the prototype traveling around when I was bear hunting the spring.
It's kind of a nice weight. It's like a
perfect weight,
good fleece hoodie. It's not it's not as heavy as like a sick core heavyweight hoodie, but it's just enough that it's a great mid layer.
No, it's my favorite feature.
What? Thumb holes?
Thumb holes on it. And
Yeah,
the
you like
sleeves are
thumb
long
holes?
enough they don't cut into your hand.
Yeah, that's always the hard part when
I
you
made
have
sure on that
long
one.
arms. Is
Yeah.
like you do that and it really cuts in.
Yeah.
And you can't do it like
Your
all
hands
day.
get sore. You ever notice that? Your hands get real
They
sore.
get like numb kind of.
Yeah.
And I've had mine through the washing machine about 40 times and the dryer, and I haven't had any issues with it shrinking.
You dry these?
I do, yeah, just
I
try it
wore
out.
it for a week without washing it and didn't have any issues in that way. So it's nice to know you can wash it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
Hey man, when you got
pumped
5
we have
people
that.
in a household and you're running laundry through that sucker,
You just run it through.
whatever goes in the dryer goes in the dryer. I mean, it's pretty rare when I'm separating them all out. I try to, like,
I like hanging almost everything.
me
What
too.
do we call that one? What's the name of it?
The Black Rock hoodie.
Black Rock.
Yeah.
That's my new favorite.
Yeah, and you got a new T-shirt. I saw today.
Yeah, I got the new T-shirt on right now. These are.
I was looking to see if that's on the website. That's also on the website.
It is.
Yeah.
It must be on the website since yesterday. Then I love this T-shirt.
They're calling that the Bugle Skull T-shirt.
Yeah.
It's cool. I saw Dave Barnett had posted about it today. So Dave Barnett that works here on our
designed it.
insider team. Yeah, he did the graphic for it, which I don't know if you can see the graphic. You have to show it maybe at the end, but the graphic on the back is cool.
Yeah.
I only got so many Septembers.
Yeah. Actually, can I see it real quick? Do you care?
No.
I just want to see it. See that diaphragm call in his mouth?
Yeah.
That was my little addition. I was like,
Oh.
yeah. I was like, you know, it'd be sick is a little diaphragm call.
That was your addition. I remember that in the Slack channel.
Yeah.
I love this.
That's a cool T-shirt. Cool graphic.
Yeah.
And we got tons of new stuff. So we got new hats too. You got the aerator.
Yeah.
You got the classic softy, the 2.0, I guess, which we've
You
got
got the
now.
2.0 and the camo. The
And
approach
camo.
This one's really nice.
And we have the runner, the 5-panel
Yeah,
runner,
the Summit.
and the approach camo too.
In
I love
black
it.
and that camo. This hat right here, everybody always wants that hat.
Everywhere we go,
Everywhere
everyone wants
I've given more of these away off my head.
Yeah, you gave it to what, Cody Alford?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guy's
Yeah.
a stud, first
Yeah.
of all. So thank you for wearing that, Cody Alford. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I had one kicking around, so I just popped in and gave it to him, and he's been rocking it ever since. So,
Give the hat off your head.
Yeah.
yeah, he's funny. He's like, none of these hats will ever fit me because I have a huge head. And I was like, it doesn't look too big, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he popped it on, looked good on him.
Softy 2.0s, for whatever reason, have fit small to big heads very well.
It only gets, the thing about the softy is it gets better. The more you wear it,
Yeah,
the better
it gets.
gets.
I agree.
Like you
Fits
run it,
better.
you run in that hat, and then you run it through a washing machine or
It starts
whatever.
to fit
Yeah, it
better.
starts to fit better. Yeah, it's collapsible, folds.
Yeah.
No real structure to it other than the foam. So that's a sick hat.
I dig it. I know that.
Yeah, did you guys get unpacked?
No.
Kind of.
You're not. We're back. We're gonna do a recap of the Sig Arc games.
Let's hit a promo first.
Okay, we can do promo.
We got yelled at.
Oh, actually,
yesterday.
I have something exciting I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so promo. We'll hit promo first. So you can use the promo code podcast if you want to sign up for a Go Hunt Insider account. Still a lot of opportunity. There's a bunch of draw results that have come out. I saw Arizona credit cards are getting hit today for mule deer and sheep. Hopefully, I don't ever check mine. It's like bad juju.
I don't check mine either.
it.
I avoid it.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to see success for a sheep tag. I mean, Ethan drew a sheep tag, right?
He did.
I'm not going to say who it is, but I have a very close friend who sent me a text message this morning. So it's either him or his boys.
Sheep?
It's
Deer.
a good tag.
No
it's
way.
a very good tag.
That's awesome.
He doesn't know who it is yet, but it's one of either him or his boys.
That's awesome. But yeah, there's still time. I mean, there's still OTC tags. I'm going to do a Q&A later today specific to elk, and there's still opportunities to do over-the-counter elk hunts. You've got states like Utah, which will have some tags that'll go on sale in July. You've got Oregon, Washington. You got Colorado. Looks like Colorado might be the last year to do OTC as a non-resident, so you might want to capitalize on it if you don't have a tag in Colorado.
Bullshit.
There's also a lot of secondary draws coming up. Alternate lists still going on. Montana. You got
Turn back tags.
First come, first serve in Nevada here coming up in July. Lots of ways to get tags.
Yep. So use that promo code podcast, sign up for a Go Hunt Insider account. You're going to get draw odds, filtering. You're going to get all the application strategy articles. You also get Go Hunt maps.
And you get access to all those leftover articles, the how-tos, because sometimes they're a little complicated, and I walk through how to research ahead of time, so you know when those dates come, those tags are going to be sold instantly for some of those, how to research and figure out the tags ahead of time, so that when it's open, pick up a tag.
So you're also going to get $50 back in the Go Hunt Gear Shop if you sign up with the promo code podcast, which you can use that $50 towards anything that you want in the gear shop. Feels like gear buying season.
It is gear buying season.
Right?
Yep,
There's like
for sure.
tying up the loose ends, just picking up a few things here and there. So good opportunity.
I mean, if you're not dialed by August 1st, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah.
This is the time I start picking up all my like freeze dried, all my bars, my food. Like I don't like waiting, but a lot of times I do end up waiting. So this year I'm trying to get more of it done right now, and then obviously I'll be trickling some later. But like I'm trying to buy my bulk now.
Yeah.
Because it never goes bad.
That's good.
No, that's true. It's
Freeze dries will
100%
last
true.
30 some years. So
Yeah, there you go.
might as well buy it when it's in stock and just throw it in my bin.
Do you know one I always wait on and then I can never get them is like the little Ignite trail packs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those little Mountain Ops Ignite trail packs, like the individual servings, you can just dump them in a water bottle. It seems like I always wait, and then I'm limited to like essentially nothing, you know, or the worst flavor that they offer.
I'm an
which still isn't
Apex
bad,
nutrition guy, and I'm doing the same right now. I'm stashing cords of Apex.
Yeah. That's funny that you said that. I need to be better about getting ahead of that because it always slaps me in the face. It'll be like 2 days before the opener, and I'm like, oh, shit.
I need this.
You need the bars.
What am I
going
gonna
to
eat?
sold out because everyone else is buying.
I try
as
to
well.
be ready by August. That's always my goal.
August 1.
Yeah. I don't always make it, but like that's when I try to be fully dialed.
Gotcha. So yeah, use the promo code podcast, get an insider account, get $50 back. Also, as part of this is the exciting part. We have a winner for our May giveaway that we did.
Let's go.
So if you guys signed up for a Go Hunt Insider account, use the promo code podcast. We're going to do a random giveaway for a $500 Go Hunt gift card to the shop. We have a winner. His name is Blake Nolan.
That's a great name.
Blake Nolan.
My brother's name.
Yeah. Yes.
Congratulations. Well, at least we had one person sign up using the promo code
we had
podcast.
many, but we had
we had
one winner who's the proud owner of a brand new $500 gift card to the Go Hunt Gear Shop. Instantly my mind goes to like, oh, what would I buy if I had $500? But there's a lot of options.
A lot of options.
I was cruising around, so I don't know if people aren't aware, but if you go to the Go Hunt Gear Shop and you click on the like recently added, that's my favorite tab.
Me too.
You just run through that, but I mean it's.
I know a guy here, so I typically have everything that we've had in stock.
Yeah, so they've got like 20 pages deep of new product added, including like Faru packs, which I've heard have been just blowing off the shelves.
They've been doing really well.
They've been doing real well,
and for good reason.
For good reason, yeah. They make a phenomenal pack. Yeah, American made. That little Kafaru Deluxe field quiver, hip quiver for archery. Everybody ought to have one of those. A nice little field
Thing's
quiver.
awesome.
Yeah, I saw so many people had them at art games.
You want to know the one thing I told myself to not forget for the art games?
Oh, I had one. You could have used mine.
You know the one thing I did forget for the art games? That little hip quiver.
You know what's funny is we got some other stuff in the shop, like these darn tough Captain Stripe Micro Crew lightweight cushion socks, like Captain America socks, which are pretty sick. It's kind of fun to see some different sock options.
Those are really cool.
Yeah, you can wear those running, Brady.
I should.
Running socks.
You gonna do like a 4th of July 5K in Minnesota?
I will. I'll just for you.
Just in those.
Minnesota.
You got some shorts
You're
you
gonna
can
start
wear.
talking like you're from Minnesota again too.
It starts coming out when I go over there. For
I
sure.
don't doubt it.
Yeah. Yeah, so congratulations, Blake. You won a $500 gift card. You should have received that. I sent you an email yesterday, and then we reached out and gave you instructions on how to redeem that the code.
Let's go, Blake.
So congrats. I guess with that, we also we're gonna plug Sig. Obviously, I mean Sig's a sponsor of the podcast. We just got back from the art games. We're gonna probably
and they just put on one of the coolest things ever.
Yeah, give us. I guess we'll kind of we'll work that route. Like first impressions. So we got invited. Do you know how this all came to be?
Yeah, so I was down in Mexico hunting coos deer with Lorenzo and our hunt winners.
Yep.
And I got an email from Troy over at Sig, and he's like, hey, we're throwing around this, what we're calling the ARC event, Archery Rifle
Competition.
Yeah. And want to know if you guys want to be a part of it. You can be if you want to be in, you can be team captain. You got to try to find 2 other guys that'll complement. You can be archery, obviously rifle. It's gonna be pistol, a lot of different disciplines. I was like, I know the 2 guys that I would pick, Lorenzo and Troy.
Did you pick right?
I
that's
signed
something I want
an
to
NDA for my actual honest opinion on our team, but
I want to hear more of that later. Give me a good critique later.
Yeah, so that was like when I was on the hunt. I was like, I brought up to Lorenzo. I was like, hey, this thing's gonna be going on in June. Like, what are you doing? He's like, let's do it. I'm like, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. And then
it's out of our element.
And then Anthony got a hold of me at Western Hunting Convention as well. We were out late one night having some libations, and he's like, dude, you gotta go. I'm like, man, I don't know. Like, I don't shoot pistols. I don't know. He's like, you gotta go. So I'm like, all right, we're in.
Yeah, archery rifle challenge. It was definitely a challenge.
Yeah, so there were 7 total teams. I had no. I mean, I'd watched on YouTube the previous versions kind of this.
The
They'd done the 100 games that they had done.
Yeah.
So I had a loose idea, I guess, of what to expect. But so it was in Montana. We flew into Bozeman. I guess like my first impression, I had really no idea what to expect. Like,
yeah, that was kind of cool because they were keeping everything under the radar, like not actually telling us what we're going to expect.
Too good of a job keeping everything under the radar.
How do you feel about that?
I did.
Do you like it? Would you do it differently?
I was a little bit like, kind of like, I wish I knew exactly what to practice or what the disciplines would be or distances or how to do things. But once I started seeing what we were going through, I liked that we were kept in the dark. I do like that a lot.
Yeah.
Because then allowed, like we'll get into later, like the strategy side of it. We could strategize real time.
On the fly.
And that's very similar to on a hunt. You have a situation present in front of you, and you have to real time figure out how we're going to go approach that and try to get that animal. So like that's kind of like that crossover, I guess, that they wanted to do.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings.
Me too.
Yeah, part of it I would have loved to have like had a little bit of a heads up on some ideas of like just what to practice, but then I also understand that that's kind of the gist of the competition, right? Is like figuring out on the fly and putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and then seeing how you adapt. I think probably any reservations that I had of wishing that things had been a little bit different, that it's mostly just that I'd have been more prepared on my own.
Yeah, I don't do well. I was telling you guys this while we were there, with feeling unprepared. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like when I'm trying to compete and then I try to like mentally bully it or, you know what I mean? Like try to force things and get ahead of it when I'm just unprepared, and it never turns out right,
it'd be
which
like,
is exactly what happened.
It'd be like going to hunting a new species in a new area, a new terrain that you never experienced before.
Zero research on,
and you did zero research.
Process on, zero anything, did not prepare, just showed up, just like blindly showed up. And that's why I can't stand that.
When we do those hunting situations, we research the heck out of it.
Crazy.
Do everything we can to know all about the animal, the terrain.
Practice exactly for what I'm going to do. Like
it is interesting. So as we were flying back, I was kind of reflecting on the way that I felt post and then, you know, as it relates to hunting. And it was very much the same feeling I had when I have gone on hunts in new environments for new species that I don't feel familiar with. There's a period of time that it usually takes me to like start to figure things out to a point like where I should be here. This is when I need to be, you know, in this certain location. This is the direction I should be looking. This is how a stalk should look like. This is the time it's going to take. Like it takes me time to figure it out. And I had that same feeling on the post arc. I was like, yeah, you know, I felt like I didn't have quite enough time to like get myself into the groove, you know, which is the point of it, right?
Yeah, definitely the point. I mean, their whole thing was like just being uncomfortable about the whole thing, and I definitely was. So they succeeded, like wildly succeeded as far as I go.
Yeah, and that was one of the lessons.
And we talked about it. None of us have ever done any competition shooting.
Nope.
None. It's always been hunting, which is, you know, it's kind of patience and a little bit of aggression, and you kind of let things happen. This is wildly different.
Yeah, the only competing we've ever done is archery, but like that's standing still, taking your time.
I've never done competing archery. I've never shot a 3D. I've never shot Vegas
15
face.
years ago. Yeah, just
never done anything
local stuff.
Weaponry competition based.
Yeah, very new environment for sure for all three of us. Yeah. Flying in was awesome. I mean, just from a pure, you know, logistic standpoint, I was blown away with like how well the thing was executed and ran.
Yeah.
I mean, we show up. I think we were the first team there. We didn't finish first, but we were the first team there.
It counts for something.
counts for something. That was Brady. I remember when Brady was like, "Hey, we need to book flights." He's like, "We should plan there, being there a little early, depending on what they got planned." So we were there plenty early.
We were plenty early. That morning was not fun getting to the airport. But
you guys were so early, I refused to be on that same flight. I said no.
Yeah,
I took my own flight.
Yeah, we were so early. We flew out of Vegas at 6 a.m. And so yeah, I stayed in Cedar that night. I think I got up at 1:30 in the morning and then drove to Vegas and caught a 6 a.m. flight.
Did we barely make our flight?
Barely made our flight. I mean, like a whisker.
And we were there 2 hours and 15 minutes early in Vegas.
two
but
hours.
we had a lot of weapons to check.
That always
but
adds.
Still, 2 hours and 15 minutes early usually gets you by with the weapon. I've done this enough to know that. But for whatever reason, a Monday flight in Vegas was
just
swamped.
being over. Vegas is out of control.
The last two times
overtaken.
The last 2 times I've flown out of Vegas has been a 6 a.m. flight, and it's been 2 hours.
Yeah. We are overtaken. We are overrun with people. We need to build out everything bigger.
But at least the thing that kind of helps is like maybe this can continue through the fall. So if anyone is flying with a weapon, maybe a lesson learned is maybe go 2.5 hours, maybe go 3 hours with the weapon.
Just go get some food. Hang out.
Yeah.
Hang out on the food court. Do some work.
Yeah, just come to Vegas and get a room the night before instead of driving.
Even if any airport, any airport in general, you get there 3 hours early.
Yeah, I felt really bad. We had this couple in front of us. They were from California, and the line for TSA was.
I don't feel bad for them if they're from California.
Nice couple, but it was super long line, right? And I could see this guy just sweating. You know, he was like, checking his watch, and I don't know if we're gonna make it. And he turns around at one point and is like, "What time's your guys' flight?" And I'm like, 6:15. You know, he's like, "Ours is 6. Do you think we'll make it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think we'll make it." You know, we get up to the front and it's like borderline. He's probably going to make it. And he gets to the TSA agent and hands him his information. And the guy's like, "You're in the wrong gate."
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I do feel bad for him. Then.
He's like, you're in the wrong gate. So they'd waited probably 40 minutes, I would say, in the TSA line
to find out they're in the wrong
to get to the gate, find that they're at the wrong gate, and then miss their original flight for sure.
Okay, I do feel bad for him. That sucks.
I felt kind of bad for him, but pulling into camps, they had wall tents set up for every single team plus staff. I remember walking into the tent. They had like cots. They had brand new Stone Glacier quilts. They had Neo Air Thermarest X-Therm pads for everybody. They had camp pillows. They had a swag bag which had a Montana knife. They had headlamps, like a lantern,
sweet
hoodie,
sweatshirt.
sweet hoodie.
Yeah, sweet hoodie.
Just like hooked up.
Yeah. Hooked up.
Even just walking down that row and seeing all the wall tents, seeing all the flags, all the team names. Like they even had the little what do you call them? Solar powered little lights outside. So at night they were all like,
everything was lit up. They had like lawn chairs for everybody sitting out in front of their tent, which is probably my favorite part. Like looking back on it,
camp.
Just like hanging out at camp, sitting across with the guys across from us, and just hanging out, shooting shit,
getting to know everyone,
getting to know people, getting to see different people's backgrounds.
That was my favorite part as well.
So that was super cool. But as far as an event goes, man, it was just a tight ship.
Yeah, they had it dialed.
All I could think about the entire time was the logistics that it took. They had 25 full-time SIG staff, like people from either New Hampshire or Oregon, or was there? They have another
New Hampshire.
There's another one though, New Hampshire, Oregon, and then one other place because I asked where they were all from. So 3 different places around the country. They had 25 staff there to pull this thing off, and that's what is logistically complicated as it all was. I mean, that's what it took, and they did an incredible job. That's all I could think about was how they pulled it off.
And then once you start going through the courses, you realize how all those had to be dialed because you have weapons, you're shooting, make sure the right directions, all the side-by-side rentals, the food, like breakfast in the morning, coffee.
Yeah, and then they had to flip those in the middle, the end of the first day.
Yeah,
to
charge them all up.
To get things changed up for day 2.
Yeah.
And then do a night shoot one of the days too, which we'll talk about. So
man, we crushed that night shoot.
Oh, we crushed that night shoot. You know what though? I reflected on that. I am very proud that we absolutely fucking sucked at night. Because you're not supposed to be good at night if you're a hunter. So I'm proud about it.
How many rounds have you put down range at night?
0.
Me
Zero.
Absolutely 0.
I don't know how many I shot that night, but that's the extent of what I've shot.
Trust me, I remember because I was counting how much rounds I would get.
Come on.
Because you're burning them all.
Come on. We won't.
There's a time and a place where you just got to grab it by the shoulder, and just pull him out and just say, you know what?
Like, Trail, you're burning some rounds.
Last round on the bench, man.
I can't see and burn rounds. I'm like, get out,
take a
Trail.
seat at the end of the bench.
Yeah. We pulled in Monday. I got to camp a little later than you guys, everyone, it was cool. We were all shooting bows.
Yep. Well, shooting bows.
And they had like a welcome dinner that night.
Yeah,
right?
man. They had bear tacos.
Bear tacos.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Bear and venison tacos, which I heard through the grapevine that all that meat was actually bear.
They just said you get 2 options, but really it was all bear meat.
I thought it was good.
That's what I heard.
I loved it because I felt like I was right in my element eating bear meat because I eat bear meat pretty much every day.
In your element. I was excited to try it. I thought it was good.
It was
I thought
good.
It was really good.
Yeah, and they had a campfire. They had targets, archery targets set up. People could sit out and shoot. Mm-hmm. And it's tough when you're up there. Man, it's tough not to crave that northern, like Montana, Wyoming landscape.
It's the best
on a sunset,
and the sunset is at 9:45 at night. It's amazing.
Yeah,
in the summer. So it's pretty incredible digs. Did you guys go? We went to bed that night. It wasn't.
Everyone went to bed that night, like
pretty early.
Yeah.
And there was like some nervous tension around camp.
There was,
I think,
because no one knew what to expect.
Yeah, I think everybody was kind of. I mean, I went into it being like, yeah, I'm kind of here to compete. Mostly, I'm just here to like learn, have a good time, like meet people, hang out. But then, like, you get there and you're in that environment and you're
competitive juices.
Yeah, get flowing a little bit. And I felt like everybody was feeling a little bit of competitive.
Everyone went to bed pretty early that night. I feel like 10:30 was like the latest anyone was
game
still
time.
Stirring. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did enjoy. We got a chance to go up and zero some rifles, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah, you went and zeroed the rifle. Trail and I were shooting.
Just flinging. Mm-hmm.
And my confidence was high too because I was seeing how other teams were not having their zero set.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Like their cross rifles, they didn't like maybe shoot them enough before they brought them.
Mm-hmm.
I took 3 shots. I was like a quarter left and just brought it right in. And like my third shot, like literally couldn't have put any more perfect in the bulls. And I was like, this is good.
That's a Brady I know. That's why we sent you to go zero.
That's right.
Then we went out to like 450 yards, hit dead center steel. I'm like, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
We did. Lorenzo and I were talking, and we're like, man, Brady's been gone a hot minute.
A while.
Like, what the hell's going on? Like, are we completely screwed for tomorrow?
No, I got stuck like trying to get back, and the other vehicles were full. So I was like, I'm just going to hang back with those other people. So I was helping them sight in and stuff like that. So, but it was eye-opening because I was like, oh, I'm really dialed. And then the next day, like everything just got thrown to the wayside.
Which
like,
we'll get into that.
because there's obviously different weapons and time and rush shots and all that. But I was like, if we're going to lay down and I get some time to shoot, it'll be good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We were shooting arrows with Brian Barney.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the exact opposite thing where he is just stacking arrows in, and I'm like, boy,
he's such a
this
good shot.
dude is he's an ace.
Yeah.
That guy can shoot.
Yeah,
holy shit.
I've gotten the chance to watch him quite a few times at Ryan Lampert's Western Hunting Summit, and it's amazing how dialed he is.
That was
and focused and calm.
That's the first time I've met him. He is a great guy. He's awesome.
Good dude.
And he is a phenomenal bow shot.
Yeah.
Like unbelievable.
You know what's funny about Brian is like I've heard Brian. Obviously, he's done stuff with Eastman's. I've watched videos he's done for a long time. I've heard their podcasts that they do, and I've listened to those. Like you hear Brian. Like Brian has like, and I don't think he'll mind me saying this, hopefully, but he has like a unique cadence to the way he talks. It's kind of upbeat. He's got a flow to himself. He seems like very positive and like energetic and. Like having listened to stuff he's done, I've always been like, oh, that must be like kind of his, because I have a camera persona sometimes. I can't help but to like turn it on.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like everyone does.
Everybody kind of does. Like I feel like I have to get myself up for it a little bit.
Yeah.
Brian's the same.
Yeah,
was the exact
Brian
same.
is the same dude.
Exact same.
He's the same guy you hear on the podcast, same guy you see in a video. He's just like super upbeat, positive.
Very positive
really
guy.
positive. Anybody that was around that needed any help or anything like that.
I enjoyed his company quite a bit. He was a great guy.
Good dude. Yeah. I don't know what it is with all these bow hunters that are all like,
good people.
I mean, they're good folks, but like if you look at the upper echelon of guys that are really good at bow hunting, they're all about 5'7".
Yeah.
And just like they're all runners. They're all built. They look like a carbon copy of each other.
That actually is a good. That
Kinda
is a
funny.
good takeaway.
I was just looking at him and I'm thinking like, okay, you got Brian Barney, you got South Cox, you got Cam, you got a bunch of these guys that you could basically walk through the same mold, the same cutout.
Very good takeaway.
Built to bow hunt for sure. But yeah, that guy was I came home. I mean, since I came home, yesterday, just threw on some different. I'm always tinkering with my bow anyway, but I'm like, I'm gonna throw a 12 or 15 inch bar on the back bar and throw, 8 ounces of weight, just see what it feels like. So it was fun to shoot with him and just see
what he does.
Try some different things. Yeah, yeah, good dude. So we started first day. Everybody was kind of up and at 'em. Breakfast 6 a.m. Had some breakfast. Which breakfast was
World's
great.
biggest breakfast sandwiches, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't remember where we got those from in Bozeman, but like whoever's serving breakfast sandwiches that are that size.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I know breakfast is important, but not that important.
Yeah, they're so filling.
They were really good though.
Subway equivalent of a breakfast sandwich, right?
Foot long.
A foot long. Yeah. White bread stuffed full of bacon, mushrooms, cheese, eggs.
But here's the thing. I only ate half of one because I'm like, damn, I'm not trying to bog myself down first thing in the morning. Turns out we kind of needed it with how physical everything was.
Yeah.
We didn't have time to eat.
No. Pretty.
Like that was the meal.
It was full tilt.
Yeah.
Once you got going on stages, you're going.
Yeah. And we started on stage 2 of the 7.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to jump into that.
So essentially we started at the bottom of the mountain. We started at the bottom of the mountain, stage 2 of 7.
Yeah, I guess you couldn't really start any lower. The last stage we did, everybody took side-by-sides down to at the end.
So you literally couldn't start any lower from the hike.
So we pretty much hiked the length of the course.
Some guys got to start at the top.
And we'll get into that later. Starting at the top was very advantageous for those folks.
Yeah. We had a bad draw. It's like golf, you know what I mean? If you draw the early tee time or late tee time, it's just bad draw.
Yeah, so first stage they called Town Mound, which is a prairie Pound Town.
That's what we called it.
Yeah, they flipped it. Town Mound, Pound Town.
Pound Town.
Yeah, it was 50 steel prairie dog targets.
Yep.
3 guys on the guns. Do you remember the kind of gun?
40 rounds apiece.
It's one of the MCX Spears, I believe it was.
40 rounds with a semi-auto.
Semi-auto. 40 rounds apiece.
40 rounds apiece. So you basically ran down.
Ran about 100 yards.
100 yards maybe. Plop down, get prone.
10-minute time cap. Shoot as many prairie dogs as you could.
And this one we had to shoot off a tripod. But in the rules, it didn't state you had to shoot standing up. So we used it as a bipod, basically. Yeah. And then,
that's what we did.
That's right. We did. I forgot that.
Gun had to be attached. And so, didn't say you didn't, most people might have stood up or kneeled on it, but we're like, hey, we can slay this thing all the way down.
The rule said the gun had to be attached. Didn't say how you had to shoot off. It just said how you had to be attached. So we spread the legs out and laid down.
Yeah. You guys nervous going into that?
Yes.
Me too. First one.
Wildly nervous.
I didn't anticipate through this entire process how much having a time cap set in on my mind.
Yep. That was the number one force for me. Reflecting on it, the time caps is what completely ruined me.
Yeah, whether it was timed and you got points for finishing quicker, or whether it was you had a certain amount of time to finish. Yeah.
And the hard part for me too was dealing with ammo management. Okay, there's a certain limited amount of rounds
40,
in that time frame. So it's like, all right, do I take my time? Am I going to run out? Do I continue to do my shot process the whole time, or am I just going ham and trying to shoot as fast as I can? Because I want to do the speed thing, but I also got to watch my ammo and figure out which targets to try to shoot first.
This round was 50. This round was 50 steel prairie dogs, and they were between 280 and 100 yards, anywhere from 280 yards to 100 yards, spread out from left to right, with a 10-minute time cap and 40 rounds.
40 rounds.
So you can't really take your time.
Nope.
So we ended up going ham.
Yeah.
Going hard.
Yeah. I mean, throughout this whole thing, I felt slow.
Oh yeah.
That was the biggest issue I had through the whole thing. Was just whether it was, getting rounds in, running the bolt, getting into the rifle scope, whatever it was, I just felt slow. The only time I didn't feel slow was times I was actually running, and I felt pretty okay with that. Which is where we actually ended up doing probably the best.
That was all of our best scores.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anytime we were actually physically running, we did really well.
We did the best.
Mm-hmm. Brady, any thoughts on Pound Town?
Well, it was interesting because the setup and putting the tripod on the rifle, and then the recoil kept making a move, so it's hard to drop the magazine. And then I don't think you got off all your rounds. And later on, I'm not sure what the reasoning was, but we actually got to shoot this again.
Yeah, with crosses.
So we got to shoot with crosses. Maybe we'll talk about the cross side of it, because that's where we crushed.
That went a lot better.
But we did 49 of 50.
Yeah, and the one we didn't get is because I don't know if any one of us hit it or if it spun in the wind, because it was sideways. Pretty windy. But it spun really hard quarter. Yeah. So we had
it was almost sitting totally sideways when we got a chance to actually look at it.
Quarter, because it's 1/4-inch steel. So we had a 1/4-inch target.
Yeah, but when we switched to, I think when we first entered the stage, we shoot 40 of 50.
40 of 50.
And then we had to whatever reason, we got to do every team.
And I had a whole mag.
Yeah,
I had a whole mag. That
everyone was struggling with the other guns.
Yeah, so every team got to redo it with crosses. And so the crosses we crushed. But
49 out of 50.
Yeah, the fun part I like, because we got 5-round mag, and then it was single feed, and I'm like, ooh, I single feed everything in my life. So single feed's very easy to me. And I can do it really fast.
I'm good at single feeding.
But I felt really bad for my rifle because I never shoot this fast in my life. I'm always cautious about shooting one round, and I wait like 4 minutes with my big gun to let it cool down. Like my barrel is probably just melting right now.
Never even thought about it.
I was so
never crossed
sad for my barrel. I was like, oh, I'm melting this thing.
Never once.
I know they can take it, but I'm like, just hurts me inside to know how fast I'm shooting.
I know that talking to Anthony, those guys, they do testing on those. Like there's days when they'll put 1,500 rounds down a rifle.
Nonstop. They hand the gun off to the next guy to just keep cycling.
Just cycling. So 40 in 10 minutes is not bad.
That is like just part of me just feels
your heart hurt a little bit.
Like I'm a precision guy, not a fast precision guy.
Your heart was just beating a little.
Yeah.
You're like, poor barrel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we did do that. Like you said, we did it twice. First time we actually did pretty well. I think we did
really well.
40, and then
compared to the team, we were top 3 in that both ways with the first gun and the second gun.
And I had a whole mag. I had 10 rounds
on the first one.
Yeah, on the first one. It didn't load. And then the second one, I think I had four or five that I didn't get off.
Yeah. I had 0.
Yeah. You got through them all?
I still had some left over too. I was just trying to like get that last one. I was like, okay, I'm going to take my time.
You got in a groove there for a while where you were just plinking.
Yeah, going from left to right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was in a groove on that one.
I could see how people get into like shooting still. It's like quick like that too, because it's fun. Like the
audio feedback.
The audio feedback is so addictive.
It is.
Like you hear that plink, man,
and
it feels
move
good.
On.
Man,
move
it feels
on.
good.
Yep.
Dum, blink, blink, and you just keep moving.
Especially when you develop a good shooting platform and you got your bipod dug in, you got your rear support. So like you really watching them impact and then moving on. It's like the gun's not dropping on you. You can see the sight picture. Yeah. Super fun.
It was awesome.
Coming out of that one, did you guys feel pretty good about it?
I did.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking, we did pretty good.
Yeah. Turns out we were top 3 team in that one.
For a couple guys that never shoot rifles, really. And Brady that shoots, slow and.
None of us shoot rifles like that, though. None of us
never.
do. You know what I mean? Like Brady shoots rifles a lot, but not like that.
Yep. Then we had a hike. So hike is probably 10 minute, 15 minute hike, I guess, over to the next station. The next station was they called 1760, which is the mile long. And then they also had like a component of that where they had hidden 10 objects.
It was what they do in Army Ranger School. So that's like an exact carbon copy of what they did in Army Ranger School. That's what Anthony told me. Where it's on a white printed piece of paper, the landscape in front of you, it's kind of obscured to like the only place you're looking. And you had to find 10 items, right? From a duck decoy to a bino harness to a handsaw to an elk shed,
hunting jacket, blue backpack,
arrow.
There was an arrow.
Yep. Yeah. Trash, like all this stuff. And you had to map it by visual eyesight on the map and put the correlating number to it.
On the printout map.
And the items found were worth 15 points.
A piece. This is where we screwed up.
Yeah. Correct. And the mile hit was worth 5 points.
5 points.
They were.
And you only got 3. You only got 3 shots each.
All of us blacked out on the brief of what the mission was.
Yeah.
Because we all just wanted to hit the mile, and none of us paid attention. That's what, if we would have paid attention, we would have just found all 15 then shoot, or all 10 for all the 15 points and then shoot.
Or we'd have just put one guy on the rifle and been like, what will be, and then any information that you can pass on to the next guy that jumps onto the rifle by himself, pass that on.
But 2 guys looking at all times.
But a guy on the gun and a spotter.
Yeah, because
was not smart.
Because the thing is too, because like you're shooting the cross mag, I'm a 300 Win mag. You got a suppressor on it. You got a bipod. You can dig that thing in. Like I could watch all my impacts.
Yeah,
and so like you can walk yourself in and grab that data and then pass it on to the next person. Well, we had the shooter spotter and only one person glassing. So like,
we messed up strategically. We didn't pay attention to. We did not listen. We were all amped up to hit the mile long. Yeah,
everyone wants to hit a mile.
Everyone wanted to.
Yeah.
We did not want to search for
the other thing
things.
about that is the actual range master or whatever for that station, and they did tell everybody, every group that went through that, they all said something about the scope. Hey, you need to be 4 MOA high.
Figure out the rest.
Yeah, because the scope was maxed out, and you should use the reticle and hold 4 high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Brady touches the first one off, and nothing.
Yeah,
Zero.
nothing.
Nobody even saw it.
No one saw it.
And then did you immediately, what'd you do after that? What was your next step? It's like nobody saw that.
No one saw it. I assumed it had to have gone high, or because of the left-right wind, it might have gone a little bit right. So I literally just like, okay, I'm just going to drop it down and then hold more left.
So then we saw your impact on that one.
Yep.
About a foot off the ass of the cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we basically determined at that point that the MOA was dead nuts. So
Yeah.
center of the crosshairs with a crosswind.
Mm-hmm. So I think we were
Well,
holding.
we didn't do that yet.
Not
because
yet.
He went down to 3, and then I was holding 2, and got down to 1, and I was still high, and then we got to you, and we
Yeah.
said just hold dead on.
When were we 5 or 6 MOA left?
Seven.
We were 7 with him.
7 MOA left, yeah.
Well, it took us your 3 shots and my 3 shots to just get vertically
Yeah.
dialed, and then with him we were
and that
trying
was
to
the
get
other
wind
thing.
dialed.
Thinking back on it, as I processed this, that was another dumb thing that we probably did. Was we probably should have put our best long range shooter last.
Correct, the anchor.
I was thinking in my mind as we kind of laid that out. I thought, we'll put the best shooter first. That way,
Get the best data.
we get the best data. Like we will know that miss wasn't due to
the
user
shooter.
error. Yeah, it was mostly like MOA or whatever. But
We're all capable of making a good shot.
Good shot,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Not as good as Brady, but
Sure.
a good enough shot to gather data.
and that's what we should have done. I should have gone first and passed on anything that I learned to you guys.
Yeah.
And you guys should have spent, the two of you, just finding
looking.
objects.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we found 9 of the 10.
I think we found 8.
Yeah,
Was it 8 of the 10?
Found 8 of the
I think
10.
we found
Oh,
8.
right. We
think we missed
final
that.
harness and no trash.
Yeah. So I guess long and short of it, we each took 3 shots. My last 2, they said, I don't know.
You're dang
We're
close.
right
They
there.
said it was like one right underneath it and then one just a hair left.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did hear through the grapevine there was only 2 people of the 21 shooters
hit
that were in the competition that actually hit it.
Wind was ripping, and it was difficult to collect the right data.
And that's what's hard too about passing on from one shooter to the next, because you want to be super fast because those shooting conditions are going to change.
Yeah.
Your 3 shots compared to the next person, how fast they can get on the gun, acquire the target.
Yeah, because you said somebody shot and felt like they hit right, like, and then somebody hit left. Like way left, and it just
The
felt
wind
like,
was doing funky
conditions were
mountain
changing.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
We were shooting across an entire canyon and bowl, and then out into a flat. That was, the wind was doing some weird stuff.
I was actually trying to think on the way home if I can remember taking a mile shot. That
I
might have been
never have.
that might be the first time.
1,000 is the furthest I've ever
Yeah,
shot.
that's probably the farthest I've ever attempted to take a shot.
Yeah.
They're fun.
First time ever, 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Still haven't hit something in a while.
I'll take you out. Let's go to the desert one day here, and then we'll go to my little shooting range practice
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Yeah, we got rocks out there.
The next stage, though, was
Yeah.
my favorite.
Favorite of all time.
So the next one is called Tip of the Spear. And that's actually, we had 2 stages. I think we were second.
We were first on this one.
Were we first or second? I can't remember.
We were first for a while. I know
We
that.
did really well.
Oh, maybe I think somebody beat us by a couple seconds.
Yeah.
I remember
towards the
walking
end.
up to it thinking,
We're gonna get
effed.
smashed.
Yeah. Like
It was so tactical.
Yeah. So run us through, Brady. What you remember that one?
That was just, we got to do a walkthrough, which definitely was nice to go through, because you run up this little mound. Would you have 3 steel right away?
3 white steel at about 75 yards.
Yeah. So you got to shoot all 3 of those. You run a little bit more. You got 2 paper targets. You got to tap 2 in one paper, tap another 2 in another paper, run a little bit. There's one kind of to the right. You got to put 2 in and then move a little bit, put another 2 rounds in. Then you get to this like steel post. And you guys remember that steel post? Like we dropped a rock down it.
It was so deep.
That
was
It
crazy.
was like 15 seconds to that rocket.
Yeah, that's had to have been like a seismic hole or something like
Yeah,
that.
that goes way down into the
That
earth.
was wild.
Yeah, an
So it's like a-
exploratory well.
So it's like a 5-inch pipe, 6-inch pipe, and the gun had to be touching it. Mm-hmm. And then you had 3 steel way up in the rocks. Those were a good distance.
180, 200, and 220.
Yeah, so it's
Up
obviously
the hill, though, like straight up the
Yeah,
hill.
you're shooting straight up, so it's all timed.
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, we know we're not fast. We're not fast to get enough rounds, but the speed aspect of running to each target, I think that's where we did
in
really
the
well.
long range, I think is where we capped a bunch of
We
time
could-
on the
we could calm our
military
nerves
guys.
really quickly and take the shot.
And just the long range we're comfortable with. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But what I liked about it is when you ran up the mound and finally were able to engage those first 3, because you had to get enough vertical to see them. You could shoot those, and then you kind of had to run down, and it was down in a creek bed,
In a wash.
dried creek bed. So it was cool to like run the edge of the creek bed and have to find those targets down there and double tap each of them. Like that was fun.
Yeah,
I was
those are like
into that one.
targets.
Yeah, I was into that one because it was what was their nickname for it? Fallujah or Afghanistan? What did they call it?
Yeah, it was.
They said it was very Fallujah based, like very tactical military based.
Yeah, it was run up 2 rounds quick, turn 2 rounds quick,
clear a tree.
Yeah, clear a tree, run down.
You're almost shooting while you're running.
I was.
Because those paper are big, and you're like, the scope's not high magnification.
I hadn't zoomed all the way out. I was like moving while I was shooting, which is why I liked it. I thought it was really fun. And then
something we never do.
Never. And then to acquire the long range off the pipe, like we've all shot off a fence post. It's very normal for us, you know?
So Lorenzo went first on that one.
Yeah.
I remember thinking like, damn, he cleared that quick.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, shit, I can't believe it's my turn already, you know? And then,
we were moving on that one. And then you had to sprint back.
So the sprint back was interesting.
Yeah. And Brady full send on the sprint
I went
back.
full send on the sprint.
You almost ate shit.
And then right away there's that table. And I'm like,
I was close as you can be to not eating shit.
Because it was hard because like, well, I'm not going to slow down and then at the time's up. You got to go full tilt to the table. But then 5 yards later there's the road. And then after the road is a ditch. And so like I don't have enough time to slow down. And there's no way to turn left or right. So I literally went across the road, jumped into the ditch, and I'm still running, trying not to face plant.
I just remember looking back and seeing that like classic head over feet. You know, you're out ahead. Your feet are churning as fast as they can get to try to keep up. Yeah, and I was like, he's about to eat shit.
Yeah,
but you held it together, didn't you?
How'd you like the dab at the end?
It's good. Yeah,
it was a good dab.
Yeah,
our time on that was 4:22. Like we did fast.
Really good.
And it was a relay, right? So like you had to tag the next person in to then go clear that same course. We did it fast.
Yeah, and this is one of those things like it was interesting to me is like the ebb and flow of like emotions from stage to stage to stage because you would come off a stage like the mile shoot and you know none of us hit
we got
it.
our ass kicked.
Didn't hit
Left
it, which I think we all expected to hit it.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought all of us would hit it. You know?
Did. Yeah.
So to not hit it, I was like kind of deflated, and then to not find all the objects, I was like, yeah, it kind of sucks, you know. And then the prairie dog one, I didn't think like it went as well as I'd hoped it would, you know. So I was like 2 stages where I was kind of like, shit, I don't think
we're doing real
I'm
well.
not doing as good as I had thought we might or would. And then to do really well on the tip of the spear one, you know, it's like that just instant bump, like hell yes.
I was riding a giant high.
Yeah, we finished the tip of the spear, and the guy who was running it, what do they call those guys, the ORs or whatever, on each of the stations? He's like, damn, you guys cleared that so fast. We're like, hell yes. Now we're feeling good.
Yeah. We're back.
We're back.
Yeah. And then we laid a big egg.
Oh, then the next one.
This next stage just haunts me.
Me too.
So the next one they called the Hunter Games.
Which immediately, can I take a shot at where we fucked this
run
one
us
up?
through.
I think we all, Hunter Games, you got to find 3 coyotes and engage them with a cross. Like, just have to shoot them from the road. I think all 3 of us just went into our own worlds of like, oh yeah, this is shit we do all the time. Like, no big deal.
Yep.
So that's what we did.
So there were 3.
We did no communication, no strategy, no nothing.
3 coyote targets from maybe what? 300 to
480 was the furthest.
480 was the furthest. And then one that was like 230.
Yeah.
All you had to do was find them, walk along the dirt road,
And shoot them.
Each of us had 3 shots? Or
3 shots at each coyote. So 9 shots total.
And you couldn't glass ahead of time.
Couldn't glass ahead of time.
You had to wait till time started to pull your binos and glass for it.
10-minute time cap to find the 3 and engage them.
So I think where we got screwed is the first target, we found it.
Immediately.
We all dropped, and I think we all hit it. I
Smashed it.
think I missed it the first shot. I think I hit it the second shot. I think you guys both hit it first shot.
Yeah.
So 1 target cleared, easy peasy. And that was like the mid one, maybe 300
something.
Great, good to go. And then at that point, that's where it fell apart. I think because we were all just like, shit, we're good.
Yeah, like this is what we do.
Yeah, this is
None of us paid attention to how big the target was
Yep.
because I was just thinking coyote target, right? Turns out the targets were 4 inch. What were they? 4 inches tall?
Yeah, like what I said afterwards, I should have measured it with the reticle.
They were like real skinny, 4 inches tall, and maybe like 6-8 inches long, right?
Yeah, tiny coyotes.
I don't know how big they were.
Like just little silhouette cutouts of a coyote, where you could tell it was the silhouette of a coyote through binos, but like that was about it.
Yeah.
None of us paid attention to wind and helping each other and yelling out ranges.
So we were real tight the first one. Everybody kind of together, hit it, and then after that we just spread out.
Did our own thing.
That's the problem because like Lorenzo was way off to the right, Trail and I were right next to each other. So when you were shooting at the last one, or even the middle one, like we couldn't call out those shots because like it looked like you were like left.
It looked like I was shooting right through it. I couldn't figure out what was going on.
Yeah, but I'm like, oh, it looks left. But you were like, no, it looked high. It's like we were not behind each other. We should have we had so much time, but we were concerned about the time things. We're not used to time.
It was a 10-minute time cap.
We literally should have had a shooter standing up behind you and really
taking
watching
our time
the ball.
and getting an accurate range instead of just like, oh, I think he's 380 or whatever.
Well, then the other thing the other thought that I had, and kind of as it relates to the hunting situation, is that I don't think we took our first round seriously. It was just like, okay,
it was so easy.
Dial,
shoot,
put it in the scope, crosshairs, squeeze it, pull it. What do you call it? Press the trigger.
Press the
trigger. And I think I didn't personally, like I didn't take that first round seriously at all. I was just like, oh, target acquired.
Shoot it.
I'm dialed. Good deal. Easy peasy. The first one was easy hit.
Yeah.
And just, press the trigger and, move on to the next one. Like I did not take that seriously.
Yeah.
And I think in a hunting situation, you can talk yourself into being like, now's the opportunity. If I don't get that round downrange right now, that animal's gonna move. Sporadically he may win me or see me or whatever it might be, and he's gonna be gone. Like I have to get this downrange, and that's kind of how that felt. Like, oh, I'm 10-minute time crunch. I gotta get the target hit. I've got it found. I just got to get the round.
Well,
then
you got time bonuses for finishing fast too. It's like you got bonused on how much time you had left. So we're like,
but more importantly, would have been
myself.
would have hit it.
Hit it. But for me, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this done in 5 minutes. Like get tons of points for time bonus.
But then the interesting part too is when we had to move down that line because we had to acquire the targets during this certain area to shoot from. It's like, okay, we have to set down and then establish a new shooting base. Yeah. And we should have looked at each other like, all right, let's help each other. Correct. Maybe other people give you up some gear so we can get a good rear rest so we can shoot properly.
I did not have a rear rest at all.
So it was really like it's close. So
underneath the butt like this,
Yeah, I should have paid attention to how small the steel was.
Like I said, measuring with the reticle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we missed the second and missed the third.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I still don't understand how we missed a 230-yard coyote.
Because we didn't get a good range and none of us were helping each other with the wind.
I think we got a good range because all the rangefinders I told you guys to do first target and not because we had brush last targets. He had brush in the way, so like the range felt good, but I think it's just we just didn't know how small it was. So yeah, we were hitting like an inch too high every time. We're trying to calculate it, but I was like, we should still hit steel, but like we need to come down more because that steel was so tiny. Yeah, and we had a little bit of wind and all those things going on. Like none of us were standing behind each other, so like we really didn't know. Like I was trying to look through my scope for you guys, but I should have got out of my scope and pulled my 16s out and got behind you.
Went over the shoulder.
Yeah. All I know is we completely shit the bed.
And this is the one we should have done well
on that stage.
Literally it said Hunter Games. What are we? We're hunters.
I think we all took that for granted. That was like just the name was like, yep, okay, there we go.
I was not proud of myself.
All I know is
I was thinking coyote though. Like again, just speaking for myself,
like a 25
I never
coyote.
Looked at how small the targets were. Like I never did the math on how small they were.
Well, I just was comparing that to, and we'll talk about it here in a minute. But the second to last stage that first day, which was the single shot shuffle, we were shooting a 200-yard target. That still was not all that big, and we were knocking the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Pounding it.
Yeah, I think that was a 6-inch by 6-inch steel plate.
Yeah, I kept thinking back, like, how on God's green earth did we miss those freaking coyotes?
No back rest.
Yeah, just didn't do it, and just didn't take it. Didn't take it into mind. Yeah. I think we all felt super deflated. I know.
I was
after that. I was just like, gosh.
I broke after that one. I was broke after that one.
Yeah. Especially after doing so well on tip of the spear, which is not our element at all. And then going into this, we're like, oh yeah, we got this one. This is when we're going to make up a lot of ground on people. And then we lost all the ground.
Yeah. Well, then to compound that, next stage, the mover.
Yeah, bust a move, they called it, which is 450 yard.
Something like that, yeah.
With a moving...
A target that moved back and forth between two posts that were maybe 50, 80 yards apart.
Yeah.
We got 5 shots apiece. Mm-hmm. You had to shoot it between those posts at some point. And
you couldn't wait to stop and transition to go back the other direction. You had to shoot it at full speed in the middle of the track.
Yep. And this is another one of those where it was individual. So guy would shoot, we'd have a call, guy calling, and then another person had to shoot a pistol and hit a target if you missed before
to clear him back
before
in
the
to engage
before the
again.
rifle shooter could shoot again at the mover. This is another one where I think we should have flipped the script on order.
100%.
Like I should have gone first.
100%.
Yeah, 'cause that's what's hard. Because like we figured like, oh, I should go first because I get maybe the best data. But then it's like towards the end we could get that data eventually, and then maybe I just could go and clear it.
Yeah.
Like we'd get more points.
Mm-hmm. So I think I can't remember, did I go third or second?
You went second.
Second.
I went third.
Yeah, so Brady, and that was another one where you walk up and the guy's like, hey, 5 inches off the lead of the plate. You lead it about 5 inches.
Yeah, that was nice. Our RO, he was able to tell us a little bit about it. It's like, yep.
But it was
go back.
completely incorrect.
It was incorrect.
Wildly incorrect.
Which I think we've debated this. What's your guys' opinion? Do you think that was actually like good intel, or do you think that was the intel they were giving every single group to then put it on the group
to figure out,
assess it, figure it out, and make a judgment call?
I think it was a rough baseline, and I think too, maybe we all shoot the rifles the same and do the lead. Where, like I figured out it was a 2 MOA lead, and maybe it's just how we're holding the gun and how we're executing a shot too. Maybe it's technically not that much lead, but how we shoot is that lead. So
I think it was purely bait.
Yeah, I think it was here's the info that you get. Go figure it out.
Yeah, I think they wanted you to miss and solve.
I agree. That was my read on the whole weekend. Is they'd give you data, and it was like a kind of within the ballpark, so you could gather data from it and then make your own.
Which
call,
I have no beef with.
judgment.
I think it's great. I think it's awesome that.
But we didn't we weren't in that mindset though.
But here's here's the worst thing though too. I've never shot a mover, but I've heard about movers and heard how to do this. I have the tools in front of me to calculate it. I have my Kestrel, and I have the Sig app. Like I have 2 tools I could calculate this move ahead of time. Like we had enough time, like during the brief in that 5-minute stage, I could have ran through the tools I had and calculate a move based on the 6.5 cross, and the speed we're going and the distance. I could have been like, hey guys, this is the hold we need to do. I could have done that, but since I got the 5-inch hold,
we just ran
I use that as gospel.
Yeah.
When I should have not trusted it and used the tools I had. Because I trust tools all the time because that's what I use when I'm hunting. So that was another downside I was pissed off about.
You know what felt weird about that stage for me? I think I hit 2 of 5. I think
you did.
You got
I hit 1.
Yeah, and Brady
hit 1. You hit.
Brady
2.
was our guinea pig.
Which is so dumb.
Yeah, so dumb. Yeah, I'll say Brady was our guinea pig. We used him to
dial in.
Dial in. So like Brady's first shot, I was like, "Oh, you're a foot left."
I think it was like 2 feet left.
2 feet left, and then the next one was like a foot, and then you kept like kind of walking it in, and then by your 5th shot, you were just off the edge.
Yeah, I only hit 1.
Yeah, and then I get in the gun, and you're like, "Hey, 2 MOA," and I'm like, "Okay." One of the weird things for me was, when you make an archery shot, right? So you're pulling into the back wall. You're kind of using that relaxation technique. That's how I shoot a bow. I try to anyway. Kind of a relaxation pull. Like let your thumb drag, or if you're shooting a hinge, it's kind of like that tension activated. And I kind of look at the rifles the same way. I'm trying to like squeeze through it, right? I'm not trying to punch a rifle
at the
trigger.
exact right time. Yeah.
That one was like messing with my mind because I had to pull a trigger.
Oh, I slammed the trigger on mine. I was slamming the trigger to try to time it.
I couldn't move with it quick enough to where I thought like it was going to be in the right spot. So it was basically like, I'm going to pick a spot where I'm 2 MOA. When it hits that, I'm going to pull it. Has to go off. I'm going to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And that was mentally.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I really struggle.
Well, I was trying to swing on it like I do a shotgun, like on my waterfowl experience and all that. I was trying to like swing with it, but with the gun buried in on a bipod and being that far, I'm like, this doesn't look like I'm not tracking how I want to. It was too stiff. So then I just started like,
That's
okay, now.
Now.
Yeah. And that goes totally against everything I ever talk about. Like, I don't like command shooting a rifle, but I command shot it as well.
Yeah, I mean,
I had to slam it.
They called it, what they call it, trapping it. Like you have to trap a mover with the rifle. So that's what it is. Is like the gun has to go off. Like shoot it.
How did it make you feel about taking a shot on a moving animal?
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever do it.
I've never done it, and I'm not going to do it.
I'm not doing it either.
I've never done it, and I'm not.
It just leads to
prove to myself why I haven't done it.
Because there's any question to it, that pretty well solved it for me.
Yeah, because every time I was sitting there, I was like, okay, if I shot that at a mule deer, that would have been guts, or that would have been in the backside. And it's like, that's not a good thing to do at an animal at 400 yards. That's not ethical at all. Like, I'm not going to shoot a mover.
Ever. Never.
Yeah.
I've never done
Animal's
that.
going to be standing.
They confirmed it for me.
So, it was fun, but again,
we got waxed on that one again.
Yeah.
Like absolutely waxed.
Yeah, I don't think other people did all that well either. Talking to them.
A couple team, the team that hit the most was 9 out of the 15.
No way.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That was the number one team, was 9 out of 15.
Wow.
And I think the average, what did they say the
4 or
average
5,
was?
4, which is what we had.
I think it was 5 out of 15 was the average.
And we had
were
4.
Because we had you go first. If we had you go third, we probably would have had 5 or 6 out of 15.
Because then I would have learned the tips too about, okay, just
you
hold the
could've
rifle steady and wait till it gets to 2
could've
away
went
and then
4
touch
for
it off.
5.
And I could have maybe pressed the trigger instead of actually slamming on it.
Yeah. Like if you hit your 2, I hit my 1, and you went 4 for 5, then we're above average right there.
Yeah. We moved up after that. We had a long walk to the top of the ridge.
Very long walk. That was the longest walk.
Good long walk.
Pull uphill the entire way.
Yeah, and they
Because
called.
then what we got, and this is important. I'm not trying to say that to like, we're working our asses off, but it's important to know that that was the longest hike and uphill the entire way to then do this stage.
Yeah, you get to this stage they call the single shot shuffle. 3 S's. Which is normally what? Shoot, shovel, and shut up. That's where I'm from.
Bayou County.
But yeah, basically that was Brady loved that one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I do love that one.
Highway 89.
Hey man,
County,
when you're from Paiute County, come on now. Yeah. Anyway, so this one was Sig Cross rifles. We had 3 targets. One was 200 yards. One was 400 yards. One was 600 yards. 600 yards was worth 6 points.
I think I heard it was with 8 actually.
8 points. 8 points. 400 yards was 4 points.
6 points.
Okay.
Yep.
How did I get this all wrong? And then the 200 was 2 points.
Correct.
Okay, so 2, 6, and 8.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. And then basically what you had to do was run, maybe 200 yards?
Yeah. 200 yards.
200 yard
down.
dash, maybe.
It was 200 there, 200 back.
200 back, get a single bullet.
round.
Single
Out of a
round.
bucket.
Yeah, load it, and then pick a target and shoot
it.
Yep. But
15.
you still had to, the 200 you didn't really have to range, you could figure it out, but like you have to range, establish a shooting position, dial, and then shoot. So like doing those longer ones, it's going to take more time, we figured.
Well, this is another part of the bad draw, is by the time we got there, it was 4 in the afternoon.
Wind was ripping.
The wind was, and now we're at the mile long shot was down at the bottom, like mid to bottom of the mountain. Now we're at the top between hiking to all these things.
Which I thought we were going to be good at the mile because it wasn't windy, but the mile wasn't worth that much points.
No.
So even if we would have hit it,
it didn't really matter.
We weren't to gain,
Yeah.
but we were, again,
But
better.
now this is the one on the point basis. Remember we looked at the sheet the last day?
This is
This
the
is the
one
one
that
where
we
we got kicked in the dick the
we
worst.
walked away from on cloud 9.
Cloud 9.
We thought we had crushed.
Cloud 9.
And we did.
And we did crush.
We
So
did crush, but
here was the problem. So 15-minute time cap. Just shoot until it's done.
You're out of time.
There's no time bonus. So all of us were like, cool. So like we're just gonna shoot. We didn't have that time bonus stuck in our head. And you two are runners. I'm not, so I'm already feeling comfortable. Like
I was jacked in the running.
I'm the C-level grade student that's in the group of all A students in a senior project. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's great. My team's built for this. I just got to carry my weight. So we start, ready, set, go. Run the 200 yards. Grab a single round out of the bucket. Run 200 yards back. Sit down. Shoot. In my head, I'm going 2 at 200, 2 at 400, and then I'm going to start shooting 600. Right? So I shoot my 2 at 200 and did great. You were pounding the 200 trail as well.
I thought first round I'm gonna shoot 200 just to get one under my belt, get that little
that's
vote
what
of
I said.
confidence,
I'm gonna do 2, and
that
then-
feedback, and then I'm gonna go to 4, 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started at 4, so like I want to burn my first round at this and see if it's possible.
Yeah.
And I instantly figured out it's probably not possible
Well,
because
you told me 2 MOA. You told me 2 MOA right.
yep, that's where my bullet hit.
Correct.
But again, I think my terminology might have messed you up too. How I said that, because I think you thought it was the opposite of that.
No, because remember when we were running, I checked with you. I said, okay, so wind is left to right.
Left to right, yes.
And you said yes.
Yes.
And I in my head, I'm like, we're going to do good on this one, right?
Yeah.
So I made sure to check as we were crossing. On the run path. I said, so Brady, the wind is left to right. And you said, yes, left to right. So I go up there and wind is ripping again. Well, I shoot for a left to right wind to MOA.
Did you shoot 4 or 6?
4.
Okay.
And my wind call is now wind right to left to MOA. It completely switched, but we're at the top now.
My first round I shot was the second round I shot at 400 and it was left to right.
Yeah.
My shot was right to left.
Gotcha. So switched. And that's why it was so deflating, because I'm like, okay, first shot I shot a 0 because I'm trying to experiment at the 4. So I'm like, now I didn't even get 2 points because I could have went to 200 and would have been easy. So
that's what I thought.
So now when I was running back, I'm like, okay, shoot, these farther shots are going to be impossible. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. And then after you did it yourself, like then we realized we're just shooting 200 the rest of the time.
And I made a good shot. I felt like I made a good shot, like totally good shot. Gun went off, surprised the whole thing, and I was holding in the right spot. But those targets were 8x8, or not even.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
I think the 600 was 8x8. I think the 400 was 4x4.
I remember the 600 looking real small,
real small, and the wind was ripping. You can see the grass moving all sorts of different crazy places.
I think it was 8x8 at 6, and then 4x4 at 4, and then 4x4 at 200.
After my second round on that trip down to get a third bullet, I remember thinking, like, I don't shoot rifles. Like, I've already shot in one day more than I've shot in the last 10 years, probably. Like, the likelihood that I'm going to connect on a 600-yarder or 400-yarder even is, like, slim to none. So just in order to get the team points, I'm going to, like, focus in on 200.
Yeah. Well, he made the shot. I made the shot, both different. I'm like, okay, wind's ripping. And we talked about how hard the wind was ripping as we were hiking up there. We could feel the wind coming up over the ridge and switching directions. We could feel it. And then in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm the least good runner. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the worst runner out of the group. So I'm going to full send on the run just so I can keep up, and only 200. Like, I don't need to shoot any further, right? Like, that's my role in this, is like just keep up on the run.
Yeah.
And who cares if I'm like puffing and puffing?
And I'm like, I can run, but I can't hit 600 yards. So I'm just gonna focus in on the 200 as well.
So I'm like,
for different reasons, we're both just like, this is our limitations. Focus on 200, which we knocked the absolute shit.
So we walk away from that with the R. Is it OR or RO?
RO, range officer.
Yeah, range officer, with the most rounds off and the most total impacts.
Yep.
So we are feeling so good.
We had 26 impacts.
We had 31 rounds.
I missed one shot. It was the one I missed at 400.
We had 31 total rounds off, which is, we were smoking that course. We were flying.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to give myself a little bit of props for not running, like I was fucking moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was engaging the 200 and making impacts, right? We left that one feeling so good. Feeling so good.
Because we crushed 200. Like, after I missed the 400 the first time, I went to 2, and I never missed a single time again.
Yeah.
And I was feeling great on the run. So I was gaining time.
Even the RO was like, dude, you guys, that was a lot of shooting.
Yeah.
We're like,
and Anthony was like, man, you guys crushed it. You guys ran your asses off.
we were full send on that one.
Yeah, like full sprint.
And the funnest part to me was running and getting back and getting closer, jumping on the gun as fast as I can, get right behind it, taking that round in my hand, throwing it in, running the bolt smooth, touch off, instantly hearing that feedback. I'm like, this is awesome. Go back at the run, do it again. Like, I felt like getting on the gun and putting the round off was quick.
I got into a really good groove of full send down and back, and I would pull up about 20 yards short, take 2 deep breaths, and walk that last 20. So by the time I got on the gun, I was settled, shoot, and I got into a really a good trance of that. I felt really good about it.
Yeah, that was the best flow, I would say.
We were in a flow state on that.
Yeah, we were doing awesome.
31 total rounds, 26 impacts, the most rounds off and the most impacts of any team. So we were feeling...
Until we got back that night and heard the total scores.
Because this is where, again, you can't determine when you're going to get what draw to go at what target, what time. But the people who had that course early in the morning, no wind.
The first 2 groups were 140 points and 130.
Oh, I think somebody had like 180 or something.
No,
179.
Was that what the top one?
Oh, you mean like actual score?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what they had, but I know there were some teams that just absolutely
But this is what's kind of hard too, though, because the other courses we had in the morning weren't course that you can have that big of a points multiplier, where this was a course where
points
you can
multiplier.
Points multiplier. So like being at that stage at that time was very, very beneficial because they could go for the 600 and they could get 8 points every time. Where the other course we had in the morning, there's no way we could gain by being in the morning with no win.
The funny part is
the points.
We're back at camp that night, right? And back at camp, everyone's bullshit. How'd you guys do? Because we're all friendly, right? Yeah. And everyone's like, how'd you do at the top? Everyone's like, we had 7 impacts and at 600 and 5 impacts at 400. We're like doing the math. We're like, damn, we had 26 impacts. Like we're crushing.
Yeah.
And then the guy pulls out the score sheet at the end and we're like, what the fuck happened? Yeah. Well, turns out 7 impacts at 600 plus the 5 impacts at 400 plus the, 10 or whatever they had at the,
and there were some teams that probably shot in a little bit, in some wind that just shot. Great.
Just shot.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, too, in my mind.
And the points multiplier on that one.
We could have maybe continued at 4 and doped the wind in. But again, it was switching left to right. It switched our time. So, why do I want to keep running back and trying to judge it? And again, I don't have a spotter behind me. So it's all me holding the gun steady and knowing I should do a great shot. And then missing again. Okay, now I have no points. So I was like, it didn't make sense to keep shooting at 4 to try to get dialed at 4 when I could just smash 2. It's not like I'm a faster runner, so I feel like I'm going to get more shots off.
Only 2 points in impact.
Yeah,
all
you
I
get
know
8 and 6, so that's why it's.
All I know is like this 400-yard sprint that I'm doing every single time. I'll be damned if I'm not gonna hear that ping, even if it's right in front of me.
How funny was that we were feeling so good, and then they read the score sheet, and we were like, "What the fuck?"
And we got blown out on that one.
That was our worst. I mean, that was our scoring wise. Because here's what we mean by the points multiplier is. Sorry, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a total score of the first place team would get 220 points for a station that you won.
Right.
The next team would get their percentage of how well they did against that first place team of the 220 points, right?
That's what I understood.
Correct. Okay, well, our point basis as a percentage compared to the number 1 team was so shitty. We had 70 total points.
Yeah, I think it was like 70, 78, 79, something like that versus 220. I just remember thinking
220 and the third place team getting their 90% of the 220 and we got 70 points. All the other teams are getting like 150 plus.
So again, it comes down to strategy, and maybe we should strategize a little bit differently and be like, we need some 6s and we need some 4s. We have to figure out how to hit it, and then try to relay that data back while we're running, and maybe take a second to talk to each other, and not try to sprint the whole time. Because we have 2 really good runners. We could just keep running.
We didn't talk as much as we should have. And he kept saying, like Anthony kept saying, like communication's key. Communication's key.
What do you guys feel like you could correct on that one? I don't know.
Yeah. Or he'd be like, I think your communication could be better. But it's like one of those things, like you don't know what to communicate. Yeah. I don't know what to communicate to you. So.
But I was going to save this for the end, but it's a good segue now. But in my reflection of it, we communicated like hunters. We communicated just bullshit, just a bunch of fun, friendly talk like hunters do on the side of a mountain. We did not communicate anything of importance
in between. Do it tactically.
Like our walks were just bullshit campfire sessions. It wasn't
like, hey, what tag did you drop?
It wasn't like tactical mission specific communication. We did not do any of that. We were just straight hunting, communicating.
Yeah. I've thought too, to do it over, would I be better at it? And I might be a little bit, but it's just it's knowing what to communicate.
Yeah.
And where I don't shoot rifles or pistols ever. Yeah. It's like, I don't know what to communicate.
We were communicating. Do you guys remember we were communicating hey, do you think there's elk here in the summer or the winter?
How do you like those boots?
How do you like those boots? That's what this shit we were talking about.
Yeah, we were talking man, running in boots sucks.
Yeah.
Lorenzo's like, man, I got shin splints.
I don't run, and now I'm running in boots. My shins hurt. Come to find out, we go down to talk to the military guys, the SEAL guys what were they? Were they SEALs?
Special,
they were all Special Forces team. The Sierra Snakes, the team that won. Turns out what they were communicating was wildly different than what we were communicating.
But the one thing I did take away that they were kind of saying is you have to forget about everything that happened before. Short memory thing.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
But it's very similar to hunting for the most part. You do hunt with some people where they miss a bull elk and instantly they're deflated, they're pissed. The next 3 days they're moping around, just thinking about that moment again. But I think a lot of us though, we do forget about that, and it's okay, we need to improve. We got this over to do, and keep moving forward and not getting down on yourself. I don't think we got down on ourselves very often.
I got down on myself hard. So here's the difference though, is with elk hunting, I know what to do after I fucked it up.
You know how to correct it.
Like I know what to do. I know how to find the confidence in myself to be like, you know what, I did screw that up and I know exactly what to do now.
Yeah.
I would walk away from those going, I just completely screwed up and I have no clue what to do different.
I don't struggle with that so much. The thing that I struggled with that I kind of picked up from those guys is that they have worked in the highest pressure situations that you could possibly, I mean, literally your life, your teammates' life, like life and death.
Yeah.
Their ability to navigate that at a very high level with low to no stress. I don't know.
They didn't even think about the time.
Didn't even think about the time.
All we could think about
All I
was
could
the
think
time.
about is the damn time.
And they were saying too, like, oh, this is easy because no one's shooting back at us.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what they
we
kept
can
saying.
run
No
through
one
a-
is shooting back
Yeah,
at us.
it's
So
like-
this is just normal
Yeah, their
practice.
whole thing
for us.
was, we were talking about the time caps and all this stuff, and they're like, no, you could do our process because they're not shooting back at us. So like,
Yeah, I
it was
remember
easy.
the first thing that I would focus on when he would read the
Is how much
individual
time.
stages, like how much time, how much does that leave per shot? I'm like
Yeah.
doing the math on it and trying to think about like, oh shit, I don't know if we even have enough time to get that many
Yeah.
rounds down range.
They never thought about it one time.
Yeah, they just went and did it.
Yep.
Yeah, so that ability to work under like high pressure
Yeah.
to them was definitely
Yeah.
like something I would.
But
need
the
to work
last
on.
stage of the first day,
Yeah, last stage of the day was the 2-gun run, which is a pistol.
yeah. So we got in a side by side and got driven all the way down to the bottom, like down in the flat now. And that one was fun. We
Yeah.
did good on that one too.
Yeah, that was a pistol AR, pistol for a bunch of the shots till you get to the end, and then you added that AR.
It was like a bigger tip of the spear course, right?
Yeah.
So
Only with a handgun and a rifle.
you ran with a handgun and cleared 8 targets. First one you could run as close as you wanted to, but then that like you could either cut time by shooting from further and go clear all these targets. One of those handgun targets was pretty far. Like I felt like that was 100 yards down the canyon.
I thought it was interesting that the stages that we did well on throughout the 2 days were the ones that were active, where we didn't have to talk to each other.
And
That's kind of true.
And again, self-reflection, the ones I did the best on, like tip of the spear, personally, I feel like I did the best on tip of the spear in this 2-gun run and all this, because I had zero expectation. I'm like not familiar with, first of all, running with a loaded gun. I'd never done
Completely
that before.
foreign.
Yeah, it feels
And
wrong.
Have never shot tactical pistols before in my life.
All I could think about was like, it goes against everything you find out in
Yeah.
hunter safety. You should
This
never
is-
run with a loaded
This
gun.
is everything
ever.
against. But I had no expectations, so I'm like, oh, if we finish, we finish. Cool. Like, didn't care about the time cap, nothing.
Yeah.
Turns out we walk away from all those doing really well.
Yeah.
But I did learn throughout the first day is Lorenzo is a phenomenal pistol shot.
Yeah, there
I
was
don't
a good
know.
pistol shot.
But I felt bad though because then the other stages of the next day we kept putting him on the pistol.
I did feel bad about that too. He had to become our guinea pig.
Yeah, 'cause
I-
he literally clears with the pistol.
I didn't mind it because it was like cool to find something that I kind of was succeeding in. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
didn't mind it.
No, you did good. So that was kind of the end of the first day. We got back that night to tally the scores. I think we were 6 out of 7.
Yeah.
I think we were all like, what? How
Yeah.
can that
Like,
be?
wait, what?
We killed it.
And then I'm like, let me see that point sheet.
Yeah.
Well, then that's when I found out
Yeah.
the shuffle and the this and this one had a time bonus. None of us ever paid attention to that. None of us were ever communicating like, hey, this one's a time bonus. This one's a points multiplier. Like no one listened to the briefs when we would get to these stages. We were all, you like those boots? What arrows are you shooting tomorrow? What veins you got on those arrows?
Yeah. That night we did a couple night shoots, and I guess we don't need to go too deep other than we just shit the bed.
I just
Yeah.
the one thing that was so funny of the night shoot. So we get back to camp at 4 or 5 o'clock. Call it. We're back at camp. Everyone's back at camp now. We're all done off the day courses, and the SIG team is up setting up this night run. And we're all bullshitting with everybody. And Luke Caldillo's team, the Kifaru team, they were like, "Oh, dude, we crushed it. We're top 5 for sure, top 4, right?" And all of us are like, "Dude, we crushed the shuffle. We crushed it." Everyone's like riding kind of high. And having some dinner, talking. People are shooting bows that night, waiting for it to get dark. And right before we go out for the night shoot, they read the score totals. Kifaru team dead last, because they didn't pay attention to the stage briefs either, right? And they were doing good for the ones that they were doing, but You know what I mean? Like
that entire day they were ahead of us, and all we would hear was like, "Oh, those guys are killing it,
crushed it.
Those guys did awesome."
But we didn't listen to the briefs. They obviously were doing something different too, and even Justin Gaethje was on that team. It was so funny to listen to him. Like, oh yeah, we did good, and then they read the score. He's like, "What the fuck?" We kind of had the same thing. That's why I asked for the score sheet and saw the shuffle crushed us.
Yeah, gut check.
The mover crushed us.
Yeah,
100 games.
And then the other teams who actually listened to the brief on the mile-long shoot and found all 10, you know what I mean? Found all 10 items instead of focusing on the mile-long shot.
Yeah,
like,
there's just ways, since we've never done a competition like this, to understand what the rules are and how to use those rules to your advantage.
Yeah, we didn't listen and communicate and actually like take that 5 minute. They always gave you 5 minutes before the stage started to strategize. We talked about boots and arrows and backpacks, and we did not strategize.
I mean, even the strategy that we did do was we were just like
off.
Yeah, having me go first.
Having Brady shoot first.
Yeah, just,
I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, like this feels good. Let's do this. Yeah.
And then we go to the night shoot.
Yeah.
Right?
So night shoot, the first shoot.
Well, everyone. So point being, why I said that about the score sheet. Point being is like, holy shit, we're not good. But the scores were kind of tight. Like
everyone,
they were tight.
Not crazy.
I mean, yeah, we were 6 out of 7, but we were only 160 points out of first.
Yeah.
Like everyone was super tight after the day shoot. Okay, we go into the night shoot. All of us never shot at night. Never done that, right? So we get to the first one, and it is 2 AR platforms with red dots and a pistol in the middle. So kind of like a skeet shoot
with a flashlight on each.
With a flashlight on each one. It's like a skeet shoot setup. We all kind of in our own little telephone booth right next to each other. And you guys had the ARs, I had the pistol. And you get the brief, okay, there's 35 steel targets?
Yeah, 30
or 50, I can't remember.
No, it might have been 40.
Is it 40 steel targets?
I think it was 40.
Okay. So 40 steel targets, everyone had a full mag. So you guys had 31 rounds, I had 21 rounds. One in it, and then the full mag, which was 30 for you and 20 for me. So we, look at the course roll, turn on the lights, make sure the lights work. So we're like, oh, cool. This is going to be fun.
Yep.
So ready, go. We all turn on our lights and we just start clearing.
Everything felt foreign to me. Like even the button on the light, like you hold it down with your thumb, right? But I couldn't get into it with my thumb. So I ended up reversing my hand and holding the bottom of the...
Press it with your finger?
Yeah, press it with my middle. So I'm over here like this, Like the whole thing felt awkward to me.
But finding out later, though, that's actually where you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to wrap your hand up this way.
But
so then
more
it pulls
so,
it in.
Mike from the Sierra team, you were kind of like
I was kind of like
weak-handed, U-based. He's talking C, like you need to be strong and suck it back in your shoulder. So he helped us after the
but we felt good.
But we shot him and we cleared all of them.
What was our time? Like a minute 20, minute 40?
123.
123.
So all I didn't feel good. In fact, I had insult to injury. I reached down and to put the gun down and grab the end of the suppressor at the end, just absolutely torched the shit out of my hand. I'm like over there like,
but why do you say you didn't feel good? We didn't know what to expect. I figured a minute 20 seemed fast.
And I was in a again a trance, like working all the close targets while you guys were working the far ones because I had the pistol. And dude, I was just going left to right. I had only missed maybe 3 or 4 shots out of my whole mag, and that's when I got to the further
I wasn't
ones.
I just felt slow. I'm I just feel like I feel like this should be quicker. I should be acquiring targets and plinking quicker.
We pull off that, and I look at the RO and I go, so how'd we do? And he goes, you cleared them all. I go, yeah, but how was our time? That's pretty good, right? He goes, well, the Born Primitive Sierra Snakes team just cleared that in 18 seconds.
18 seconds.
And we're like, what?
Yeah.
All of us were just completely in awe. Like, can we watch them do that?
Yeah, that's all we kept saying. We want to watch them do it.
18 seconds they had that course cleared. 18 seconds.
Flabbergasted.
And that's
unbelievable.
And that's where I feel bad because every time I pull up a weapon, I'm focusing, I'm aiming, settling everything, and then trying to squeeze it off. Like I was just doing normal rifle stuff. I need to be moving, and
that was forceful. That was aggressive engagement, and they are so good at that.
Mm-hmm. And again, they said like, oh yeah, we shoot at night all the time. Like this is our home turf. Like this is what they shoot more of is night.
So then we go to the thermal, which was the second night shoot. There's 2 night shoots. This was the second one. We shoot thermal, those same coyote targets, these damn coyotes. This will be a common theme between this. 5
coyote targets.
5 coyote targets steel, and looking through a thermal. I went first. Took me 11 rounds to clear all 5 coyotes, which we were planning on 10 rounds apiece, 30 rounds total.
To get 30 rounds total.
Standing off a tripod.
Each person has to shoot.
Can't move the tripod, which tripod was quite short.
Can't lengthen it, can't shorten it. You were stuck with the size that you got. And so that was hard. None of us are used to that, right? Like we're always trying to make our shooting position better. So it took me 1 extra round to clear all 5. And we can breeze past the next part of this.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing, though.
I just couldn't see.
So here's the thing I wish we would have done. So he gave us time to scan it, and I wish we all would have looked through it first, because I do want to say something, I think, because every time he would stop the gun or you'd pass it off, the gun would tip up and he would grab a scope. I do think when someone grabbed the scope, it spun the eye relief, and when eye relief was getting slowly worse, that's why he probably couldn't see. Because when you adjusted it, you can see perfectly. So I do think people were grabbing it right by the eye relief.
I don't think Trail ever saw perfectly.
I never did see it until after the whole thing was over.
And again, we decided for this one finally, like, Brady will go last. We finally switched up our strategy.
Anthony finally told us, like, listen, motherfuckers, like, you need an anchor.
At the end.
Like, that's very important. He literally started to yell at us, like, anchor goes at the end.
Patient with us.
He was patient, but finally by then.
I do like he kind of let us do our thing so we can learn.
Yeah.
It's better to learn.
Yeah, but once we weren't learning, he was like, hey, bro, the anchor goes last. Like, your best goes last.
So you shot 11, and I was thinking, okay, that's not bad. Like, we can pick it up then, because it was a learning. So I figured you're going to pass some stuff over. We'll learn. We'll start to clean it up and tighten it up.
Yeah.
Trail gets on there.
Yeah, I hit the first one, like, second shot?
Second shot.
And then then after that, I just couldn't hit anything. But I couldn't see the reticle at all.
He kept saying he couldn't see it at all. And we're like, how can you can't see anything? He's like, no, I see where the left poster came in, but I don't see anything in the middle. And he's just shooting. And I'm like,
I was like, just hold it in the middle. The reticle's in the middle.
Yeah.
Just hold it in the
I'm
middle.
like, okay,
I kept counting rounds because I wanted to make sure.
And then the guy that was working the range is like, that far one you got to hold over. And I'm like, I mean,
how high?
How?
Yeah.
I can't even
see the reticle.
There's nothing.
So then I'm counting, and these rounds counts are starting to go up, but I'm starting to say, Trail, if you want to, just back away. Yeah. And I'll jump on. And he's like,
then
all of a sudden, Trail moves over and starts shooting. And I'm like, if you feel confident, if you don't, back away. And he's like, boom, he shoots again. And I'm like, if you don't feel confident, Trail, pull off. Boom.
Well, I just kept thinking, like, surely
I'm going to hit it.
Surely I'm going to hit one.
Yeah. And
you should have just grabbed me by the shoulders and just thrown me to my back.
So then Trail shoots 14. So now round total is at 25.
Yeah, you had what, 6 rounds?
I had 5 rounds to go.
For 5 coyotes.
And now I'm getting into it. No, I had 5.
Gotcha.
You had 14. Trust me.
I shot 11.
You didn't know anything was going on. You didn't even hear me saying you could back away.
I shot 11. We both shot over our 10.
Oh,
I got into it too, because once I didn't have all 5 cleared, but I was on the last one, I'm like, no, I'm going to keep shooting until I clear this thing.
Yeah.
But then I get on there, and the reticle was harder to see for me, but I could adjust my eye to see it slightly, but I still couldn't see the circle that well. And again, we're timed and quickly, but I should have realized, I should, adjust the eye relief quickly to make it see.
Yeah.
And then I just hit the one, and I couldn't hit any other ones because it was very difficult, and not any rounds left.
After the fact, when I could play with the eye relief, I could turn that thing all the way in, and I could actually see the reticle.
Well, come to find out, you have a stigmatism.
Yeah, I have astigmatism in my eye.
You have a detached retina.
I had.
But you have a lot of pressure in your eye from it.
I got a lot. My eyesight's not great. So farsighted one eye, near in the other, and for whatever reason, at night with that reticle,
doesn't work with a thermal.
I just could not see it.
What was it? You got hit by a baseball?
Yeah, I was a DH in high school. Third at bat in a state playoff game. I struck out twice on a high slider. And my coach was just like, stay in no matter what. That slider's going to break. And so I stayed in on a third pitch and tried to bail at the last second. And instead of bailing to the inside, I bailed to the outside. There's a 87-mile-an-hour fastball to my face, like right in my right eye. So, yeah, that eye's...
Turns out there's like a medical reason. You literally couldn't see.
Yeah, I literally couldn't see.
So it made it way worse. Whatever the eye relief was, it was
but
way
honestly,
worse for you.
I'm proud of us for being bad at night. It just shows our moral compass, because I'm going to throw these guys under the bus. The Mountain Tough team.
Yeah.
Dustin Defendifer. It's the coolest last name ever. The jackedest team out there by far. They cleared in? They cleared all 15 coyotes with a 30-round mag in 2 minutes, 2:18 or something like that. Had them all cleared.
Really?
All cleared.
Yes. They won that night shoot.
Right on.
They beat the
poachers.
They beat the Born Primitive team.
Oh wow,
that's incredible. Night shoot. They won it. So we got back to camp. I'm like, Dustin, why are you so good at night? What's the deal here?
Yeah.
So I'm proud of us. We sucked at night.
Yeah, we went to bed that night pretty deflated. I remember that.
Wildly
Just
deflated.
Feeling so bad.
Because then we were definitely in last. We knew that for a fact.
Yeah, well, I think Dana walked into camp and was like, not last anymore.
Yeah, because the Kifaru team did good at night as well. Or at least better than us.
Yeah, so that was kind of a bummer. Went to bed feeling pretty shitty.
Real shitty.
Yeah, we weren't feeling like goldfish and had a short memory.
No, I was down on myself real hard.
That's when we were not thinking clearly.
I was so down on myself, I didn't even hardly sleep that night. My Whoop data was 4.5 hours of sleep that night. I was 25% recovered the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough. I don't know. You just want to do well, you know?
Yeah, I am a competitive guy, and I don't like not knowing what to correct to be better. You know what I mean? That's like in a hunting situation, I know what to do.
Yep.
This one, I just felt lost. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to bully it. I'm going to force it.
Mm-hmm. But the next
Turns out, didn't even force it.
The next day, we're going to throw in some bows finally. We get the archery side.
Now I'm going to get thrown under the bus. Let's go.
Yeah, day 2, we started out with they call it pack stacker, which is another pistol relay. So one guy would run up a hill, shoot how many?
5 coyotes.
Those coyotes again.
5 coyotes.
5
clear
coyotes.
that, then they had to run around the end of the hill before the next guy could go.
Like a pretty far run.
Yeah.
And it was a relay, so sprint down. That was probably 200 yard sprint to hit the finish line for the next guy to go.
This is where I kind of did bad though. Like I was slow at running up the hill with the pistol because I was trying to acquire the targets, and I heard like if you go past it, you can't go back again. So I was like very cautiously trying to find it, and come to realize like they're actually really easy to see. I could have been a lot faster.
Yeah,
I was just very cautious. I didn't know where they were.
But in the stage brief, it was like if you don't see one and don't engage it, you can't go back.
You can't go back. So I was like very cautious. Like, is there a target here? Is there a target here? Because where the flags were, there weren't always a target at the flag.
Yeah, but it turns out the flags were just like the course line.
Line
wasn't necessarily.
So I should have went faster, but whatever. It's pistol. But
we did
okay.
We left one standing coyote. This is pistol as well. So for us, we left one standing coyote of 15 15. We did all right.
Yeah, but the next one.
Yeah, next one was an archery shoot. They had a bedded bull elk archery. So first guy had to go range
10-minute time cap.
10-minute time cap, 4 arrows per person.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
we did the math.
One at a time. Yeah.
We were like, oh boy.
Yeah.
This is tight.
Yeah.
Tight.
Which
turns out,
again, I mean, that was one of those things. It was like, I don't know if we've got enough time to actually get 4 arrows off. We're going to be like right up against it, right?
And we all thought that.
We all thought that. And in reality, we ended with 2 minutes? I mean,
2.5 minutes
Brady
left.
had almost 3 minutes, I guess, to make the last shot. Like we each could have had another 30 seconds at least.
Yeah. Yep.
So I went first. Yardages were ranged it, and then I would yell out yardage to you guys. So the first one was 63, the next one was 77, the third one was 93, and then the last one was 108. And again, I mean, at that point, I was just thinking like, oh, okay, foam is home. You know, I'm going to get an arrow into foam because I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to actually shoot 4 arrows.
Yeah.
I made a couple pretty good shots. I made a couple that felt rushed.
You made 2 phenomenal shots.
Yeah, I made a good one. 93, I 12 that one.
And then you 10 the 108.
Yeah, I shot okay, actually, considering like I felt all right about it. It was a little breezy, but we did good. I think you go
Brady went
second. Third?
Or no, sorry, Brady went third. I went second.
You went second.
Yeah, Lorenzo went second.
I was 5 on. I had an 8 on the. What did I? I shot 1-8. I missed one arrow completely. Mm-hmm. Can't remember which one that was. I think that was the 70.
It was
the
one
90
of the middle
is,
ones.
I think the 90 is the one I think I ate, which was my highest score, and then the rest of them were 5s. I shot absolute dog shit.
It's hard shooting under.
It was, and I'm thinking because you went through and ranged it.
Yeah.
So it was extra time on you to get the ranges for us, and then Brady and I were remembering the ranges, so we didn't have to.
Sure.
That was the strategy. Is like, okay, we might not have enough time. Trail, take your time, range them, yell them out to us.
Yeah.
We'll remember them and go from there.
I remember the 4th target. I was like shaking so bad because I run up the hill and I'm just like nervous and I'm rushed and I got to make sure that I get a range. Like I was shaking so bad, I probably ranged that like 4 times.
I went. The 60 was a 5. The 70 I shot underneath the target, completely missed it. The 90 I 8 ringed, and And then the 108, I skipped it off the ground into the bull for 5.
Love that.
Yeah. Foam was home. I shot
Love that.
like absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
And Brady shot good, actually. I was really surprised how well.
I was 2 points behind trail.
Yeah.
You 10 ringed the 108.
10 ring to 108.
Yeah.
The first 63 yarder is a little bit more nervous because I'm like, okay, run from the table over there. I know I have a certain amount of time, but I didn't know if I could do it because I'm shooting a tension release. So I got to wait for that thing to break.
Yeah.
I heard foam right away, and I was jacked. I'm like, okay, that was a good shot. Moved back, kept getting better and better. I shot, I think, 1.5, and all the rest were 8s and 10s.
Yep.
And then the 108, I was like, you guys have so much time. And the thing I told Trail afterwards, Trail kept saying, like, just do your shot, just pull. And that's what I was telling myself, pull. I tried to pull the cams off it. And he kept telling me good things the whole time. Like, I really appreciated that of Trail of like calming me down a little bit. And the 108, he's like, you got so much time. Got in there, settled it, and shot a 10 ring in the 108. And I was fucking stoked.
Yeah.
Like I was
me
so
being the middle shooter with the time cap, I thought my role was speed.
You felt pinched.
I felt super pinched because I'm like, my role is speed, right? Trail, go through, take your time, get the yards. I felt like I needed to go through fast to give you enough time to then also go through. I should have asked for a time call out, which you can do at any time in the course. Brady starts shooting, he gets to his 3rd shot, and he's like, you have 3 minutes left. I'm like, what the fuck? I should have asked.
Yeah.
Like I was not even settling.
But the one difficult thing too we were thinking about, so wherever the table was probably about 70 yards from the elk because it was back a little bit from the first one.
You have to run.
So you have to run up, and all 3 have to touch the target. We have to wait till everyone's done.
True. We left that out.
And if you do not touch the target by the time out, it's a 0 all the way through for everyone.
Yeah.
So that was also weighing on us.
Yeah, correct. Correct. Not only was it a time cap, the time stopped not at the last arrow. The time stopped when all 3 shooters met up at the table and then ran 75 yards down the hill to touch the bedded bull. Yeah. So that's what was weighing on our mind is Trail already shot good and didn't want zeros all the way through. So I thought my role was straight speed. And there was 3 minutes left with 2 shots left for you.
Yeah.
Pinched. You got pinched. In the middle.
But it's dumb though. I should have asked time. Hey, can I get a time? You can do it whenever. Yeah. Anytime you want, you can ask for a time call out.
Yeah, it did feel good to have a bow though.
Yeah.
Like I
figured that was gonna be our strength.
Just the quiet nature of one going off. It's not banging and.
I'm not happy with the bows.
Yeah, we finished up that. We walked over. The next one was called Steep and Sheep. So you had 3 targets, archery targets. Downhill, so like fairly steep downhill angle, using the angle compensation and those kilo rangefinders, and then
sweet, they got that archery mode.
Yeah, and then still targets over a foam target, so you basically just had 2 arrows a piece at each target, so 6 arrows total. And you just had to basically not hit
steel,
and you didn't have to run or do anything. It was a good
hike up, shot. Get your feet set. I think we had 10 minutes to complete.
No time bonus,
anything like that. I was kind of bummed out. There was like no bonus or no scoring rings in that.
That's what was hard.
There's no score rings, no time bonus.
We shot great.
Yeah, because I crunched those.
And you shot centers.
Yeah, centers.
You shot all 6 centers.
Yep, I shot really good on that one. Felt great. That was like, okay, I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit. Yeah. Like, I can trust the process, anchor in, execute a good shot, and I shot good shots on those. So
you would have shot all of yours would have been 12s.
Yeah, maybe 110, but other than that, I was hitting center. I shot really good on those.
Yeah.
Yep. And you guys shot good too. I mean, we had what?
I had 1 bad shot on that. My second shot on the furthest target, the moose, was just the arrow it just didn't go off. I straight punched it.
Yeah. We also had a couple of vehicles that ran through the middle.
That was weird.
Frustrating.
What did that?
That was weird.
Do you think any of that was intended?
I don't know.
That
was weird.
Can you tell I'm a conspiracy theorist?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Like, let's mess with them, but they're the best at archery, so we're going to make them pause. Now they're going to get sweaty. Now they're going to think about it.
If everybody...
It's like calling that timeout in a free throw.
Yeah.
Just to ice the guy.
Try to ice the guy.
We had 2 vehicles.
Yeah, and I wondered if everybody else did as well. Like, was that part of this whole thing? Is like, hey, let's throw a monkey wrench in it a little bit?
I think it was.
Well, threw me off.
Yeah.
Because by the time I got to the last target, the last arrow was just not going off. And
it is funny, like those little things.
Yeah.
Like if you build the process in your mind that it's going to go like this, and then something out of the norm happens, it's how you adapt to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was
interesting. And I did not adapt once again.
After that, we ran over to the 3-gun run.
That was a fun one.
I can't even remember. Do you remember? This is
do you?
I
remember. This was fun. It was a pistol.
Oh, that one was fun.
It was a pistol. It was a carbine 9mm.
Yeah.
And an AR.
You had to clear a bunch of steel
300
targets.
blackout.
300 blackout.
So
and then
pistol went first, so I went first.
Yep.
The first shot was what they call them C-zone targets, which is like a human silhouette, but it was 100 yards across the canyon with a pistol.
That's right.
I hit it the first shot, and I'm like, hell yes, like let's roll.
Here we go, our pistol ace.
Because then after that, it was a bunch of like fun, like a bunch of scattered targets. I think there was 11 total pieces of steel.
And I love those ones where you run up and you had 3 shots from the same spot. You go, ting, ting, ting.
And I was like, and we found places where you could shoot through the branches and get 3 cleared from one standing position.
Right.
And we did really good. So you get through the 11th, you ground your pistol, or I grounded my pistol, and then I had to sprint back about 100 plus yards. I don't know, 100 yards.
That also felt weird. I'm like, you want me to just throw that gun on the ground?
Yeah, just throw it on the
just
ground.
set it
Like,
on the ground.
Yeah. Well, so it was the relay. So I went through, cleared the 11, then I had to run back and then tag Brady in. And then Brady went through and cleared the 11, gun down, come back, get you. That one was fun, though.
Hey, I thought we did good on that one again.
I thought we did great.
Any of those ones that we were running and it was relay style,
The RO
one
even said
one at a time, we did real
we
good.
did really well.
The RO even said again, like, yeah, you guys are top 3 on the time. Like, you guys did good.
Yeah, that one was a good one. The next one was Carbine Canal, they call it.
Yeah.
That one was also really fun, I thought.
That was fun, too.
That was fun.
It was basically just kind of a canyon, and you would engage 2 targets down low, so like one on either side of the canyon, and then you would run up to a point, and I think there were 8 targets scattered
so
up
10
through
total.
there. So you could basically shoot those 8 from that position and then run back and tag the next guy in.
Yeah. The thing I'm kind of most frustrated about is we didn't think you and I trailed to get down on a knee and shoot.
Yeah, I was shooting.
Lorenzo shot last, and you dropped down on your knee and shot.
Well, I couldn't hit that one, and I wasn't holding steady. So I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah, you dropped down
So I
on your
just
knee.
dropped down to a knee,
super smart.
got a good rest.
We had one
plinked
target,
it.
both of us, that you and I struggled with.
couldn't hit it
Kind
at
of down in a wash, the furthest target.
right next to all those junipers.
So I had gone through, it's 2 shots a piece, 20 round mag. So like I was going through and clearing them. Well, that one I missed my 2, but I had single shot a couple of them. So I went back to that target, dropped down to a knee, and plinked it. And I'm like, oh, that was why
Were you
didn't I do
guys
that
through
at
this
first?
entire thing ever aware of like how many rounds you'd put down range and how many you had left?
No, I was kind of blanking.
Yeah,
Me too. That was one
out.
thing I was just like, I got no clue. I'll just keep pulling the trigger till
The only
it's
time I
blacked
knew
out
was if I
clicks.
shot twice and had to shoot a third. I was like, okay, that's bad. I got to stop. And then one time I skipped one because I was like, I have to keep moving because I want to clear all the other ones because it might be an easier shot.
That was something else I want to talk to those other guys that did really well. Is like, how much consciousness did you have as to how many rounds you had?
Well, this is something we haven't brought up, which I apologize for, but each standing target left was a 20-second time penalty.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that was part of the time crunch as well. As if you left a standing target, it was 20 extra seconds on your time.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to leave standing targets.
Takes, what, 3 minutes to clear? 20. Yeah, you add an extra 40 seconds or whatever it might be.
So you don't want to leave a standing target.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal.
Yeah. That one was a fun one. I thought we ran up to the very last one, which is the one I was actually the most intimidated by. The
one on top again.
That was pretty intimidating.
So the one up on top, it was a pistol shoot. You had to hit 30 still targets.
Yep.
And then run.
You had 2 mags.
2 mags.
So 40 rounds.
40 rounds. You had to clear 30. Then you had to run, half a mile?
Half mile.
It was far. It was really far.
Maybe a quarter mile?
I don't want to
half
like
a mile.
Total, maybe quarter there, quarter back.
Quarter back? It might have been.
It was probably a half a mile full run. It was a
Gotcha.
long ways. Like, not to
Long
overstate
ways.
it was a long fucking ways.
Yeah.
But the other thing though too is part of the intimidation factor we're on top now again at 4 PM. It's windy as hell. This is exactly where we did the single shot shuffle, and we hit it again at 4 PM. And I know that's not hugely important with a pistol, but some of those steel targets were 4" by 4",
And they're out there
60 yards away.
Yeah.
Like, it was intimidating to be like, okay.
I think at one point during that, I turned to Brady and I was like, I'm about to like completely
shit the bed.
shit the bed. Like this one, I may not even make it through the first 30.
And we're talking about time penalties coming into this one. This one had the hugest time penalty. So you had to clear the 30, like you were saying, trail, shoot the 31st, which was a gimme. It was a 2 by 2 foot by 2 foot red plate. So like whatever, or maybe not that big, but I mean, it was a guarantee to hit it. Well, that released you to run a quarter mile and
again with a loaded weapon.
With a loaded weapon, and it was uphill, by the way, the entire
time.
working the pistol shoot was downhill, and by the time you cleared that release target, it was uphill the whole way, the quarter mile, and you had to engage that C-zone like human silhouette target. You could get as close as you wanted, but that meant you had to run further, obviously.
So if you're confident at 80, you could shoot at 80. If you wanted to go 20, you could run at 20, but that meant you had to run further.
And there was a 15-minute total time cap for the three of us to finish. And if you didn't cross the finish line with all three people hitting that C-zone target quarter mile away out there, 300-second penalty.
Yep.
It was guaranteed last place if we didn't clear this. It was guaranteed last place.
It was that point I was like, this is guaranteed last place. Like, there's no way I clear this stage with a handgun.
And you did.
Yeah. We Trail ran up close, and I saw where Trail dropped his pistol, and I was like, perfect. I'm going to go like 5 yards closer.
Well, the one thing I could do was run. I'm like, I know I can run. So if I got to get... If I have to get 20 feet from it to hit the damn thing, I can make that up on the back end by running harder. Yeah. So
you cleared, but
I actually did way better than I thought.
Again, though, those 30 to clear, that was not easy.
No,
those were very small targets, and they had a lot of different ranges within it. Like, it was pretty intimidating to look at 30 of those.
And again, in your head, you're thinking about ammo management. Because, like, what if you can't hit that last one? You have to hit the last one.
You only have 40 rounds.
Oh, I dropped a clip when I had one target left to hit, and then the big one before I would release me to where I could run. And I very distinctly remember dropping that clip and being like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is where the wheels fall off the bus. I'm about to unload a whole mag on this 8-inch plate at 50 yards and just be left standing here without even the chance to run. Yeah. I remember thinking... just like, please, just drop one in. Please, I want to hear one ring.
I mean, you hit it.
Yeah, I hit it finally.
Yeah.
But the run back was interesting, too, because you start running downhill. Then you get to the point where you hit the bottom. Then you have to run uphill the rest of the way. Then you're like, oh, my gosh.
It was like equally half down, half up.
Yeah, you're trying to sprint the whole way because you want to leave enough time for your other people to go through. And you're just gassed by the time you get back.
Anyway, we did really well in that one.
Yeah, 11:20.
I think we ended up second
in that one.
Out of everybody on that stage.
Again, the movers. Movers and no communication.
Relay movers.
Yeah, if you didn't have to communicate and you could just aggressively out physical the course.
Yeah, we did well. Yeah, we did great. So it's kind of funny. And then we wrapped out that day with an archery shoot. They called it the Kilo Corral. So 7 targets, 7 3D targets.
10-minute time cap.
10-minute time cap. You had to shoot an arrow at each target, 4 score, and finish under the 10-minute time cap.
And you also had to find
the target. You had to range it with the rangefinder.
Correct.
Then we
you would see an orange flag in the distance, which is where the shooting position was from.
By the way, I'm colorblind, so all the flags were orange the entire weekend, and I'm never knowing where these flags are.
So Brady couldn't see the flag. So great.
The one time, Anthony's like, run at the next target. I'm like, where's the flags? The one's like right there. I'm like, okay, now I see the flag moving, but like, I can't see that because of the grass.
But what was difficult was the time cap. And so when you got to the next flag, you had to look 180 degrees in your surroundings and find the next target. I mean, granted, they weren't that hard to find, but you had to acquire it, you had to range it, you had to yell out the ranges, and then each one of us had to shoot it.
And we're running between targets.
So you're
trying to calm your nerves, trying to dial your sight, trying to get the range, everything.
Yeah, so I missed 2 targets on this one. This is the point of the day for me where I had like mentally kind of lost focus.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I'm going through the motions at this point, you know? So I missed a 30-yard target on
4 p.m. day 2 now.
Yeah, I missed a 30-yard target of badger, like left to right perfectly, just grazed the top of it, which sucked. And then I was just like, how in the hell did I miss that? And then I missed like a 53-yard uphill coyote, which
I also missed those damn coyotes.
Again, I was just like, what in the hell just happened? How did that?
Full send on an arrow and nothing.
I just kind of mentally checked out. Like my focus was not there. And it was interesting. I've thought about this since. So the focus that I had on the first 2 archery stages, I remember like the downhill, the steep ones, just like being completely in the zone, talking my way through the whole process, like my mantra, going through it, like hand to shoulder, which is basically my, anchor point, hand to shoulder, which is kind of what I've been saying lately, like hand to shoulder. It's the only thing I'm thinking and saying over and over in my mind. That third archery stage, like nothing. It was just like target, pen, punch.
And then this is what's crazy for me. Everyone knows I've talked about a lot. I've retired from bow hunting. I don't shoot a bow ever anymore. I maybe go shoot practice with some friends every now and then, but rarely.
Yeah. And you shot really good.
And I left feeling phenomenal about my archery shooting under pressure situations.
Extremely well.
Which is mind-blowing to me. The thing I don't practice the most, but it's like, maybe it's like riding a bike. You just never forget it. And
like this is an
and I don't know how to be better in a sense. I just go and do it.
You probably had no expectation.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is my weakest thing.
And I had such high expectation on my archery shooting and 0 for my pistol. And I shot way better pistol than I did archery.
This is a take-home. I've thought about it. I actually did quite well with a rifle.
Yeah.
Like I never shoot rifle. My expectations for what I thought I could do with a rifle were exceeded. Same with you in a pistol.
Absolutely.
You shot a pistol really well.
And I
Brady
was
shot
so
his
nervous.
bow really well. I wouldn't have thought that the thing that we were like worried about the most would end up being the thing that we focused the most on and exceeded our own expectations.
Correct.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
It's wild how it works.
Kind of wild. Anyway.
Shows you what pressure, like internal pressure does. Like focus. You put a bow in my hand and it's like, okay, I'm shooting rings and I am like, this is where we're getting ahead, and you try to force it and then wheels fall off.
Yeah. And it's like we're saying, like you just focus more on what you're weakest, and that ended up being really good because you're focusing with other things like the 100 games thing. That was our easiest thing. We're all hunters and we just lost focus.
Yeah.
Because we're supposed to be good at that.
I'd go to a pistol one and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to stay very focused. I'm just going to do my best.
And then you do your best.
And that's where I succeeded the most.
Yeah.
So to wrap it up, I wanted to cover, we'll throw in at the end, like where we finished, which not a big deal to me. I don't know if anybody,
I don't care.
Yeah, so we ended up finished 7 out of 7. So we're top 7.
We're top 7.
If you ain't first, you're last. So we're trying
top
to get first.
7, which I can wholeheartedly say did not meet my own personal expectations. I was hoping that we would do better. Realistically, like looking back on it, it's always a matter of preparation. The amount of prep that you put into something is a direct relation to the result. I didn't put any prep in really, other than like physical and some archery stuff. So I'm not completely shocked by how well I did or did not do on some of the stages. Overall, super good experience. I did want to get kind of to round it out, like some take homes from you guys. Like, do you have some take homes for like what you learned, just thoughts, things that you could pass on? For me, I would say I'll go first and then let you guys get a chance to think about it. But for me, there was a couple of things. One, I thought it was really cool to talk to those guys that did well and just kind of get a gauge on their mindset. Mm-hmm. And their mindset was let it go. Mm-hmm. What will be, will be. So, if you shoot a bad arrow, who gives a shit? The only and it's funny, I tell my own kids this all the time. The only shot that matters is the next one. That's all that matters. Mm-hmm. So let the one go. Don't let it impact your attitude. And then the other one for me would be like loss in focus. Like I definitely got fatigued out and lost focus. I abandoned the things that I know how to do, like my mantra, like just focusing, picking a spot and executing a good shot. I know for a fact that like that last coyote with the archery, like I don't remember aiming. I don't remember aiming at it. Yeah. Like I don't remember picking a spot. I don't remember like looking like, okay, that's probably where the 12 ring should be. I don't remember that. I just remember kind of hovering and bam, shot broke, right? Mm-hmm. So result was shitty. So lost focus. So for me, there's this push to like, I want to be better at that. I'm mindful of it. It's something I feel like I need to improve on. I shoot a lot. I shoot my bow a shit ton, but I don't ever shoot. I shoot with in flip-flops with a cup of coffee with my dog and usually a podcast or radio playing, in the background. Mm-hmm. And I'm shooting like stationary targets. I don't often practice where I'm putting myself into pressure situations. And I don't know that like I really need to, because I don't really plan to like be super competitive shooter, but definitely try to replicate a little bit of that pressure that you feel when you're in a hunting situation. Yeah. And then I guess the other one was just like, what a cool community. Mm-hmm. like anytime I get a chance, I'm alone a lot. I don't spend a lot of time with other people, but like anytime you get a chance to be in a camp with a bunch of different people from different backgrounds, all kind of come together for the love of one thing, whether it's like shooting or hunting or whatever it might be. It was just like a super cool experience to like get to talk to people, get different perspectives, different backgrounds, and just like anytime you do any traveling or you get a chance to talk to people like that, like I always have a massive respect for different backgrounds and specifically the military. Like, I think I went to bed that night and I think I told those guys like, you know, I'm never going to be what you guys are, but thank God there are people like you that exist within this country.
The Born Primitive team, Lance Banning on the Kifaru team. Like, dude, those guys.
Kurt, those dudes just, I legitimately, I'm so grateful that there are people like that.
Yeah. I remember you saying that specifically, like multiple times.
Yeah.
Different groups of them. Like,
it's been away. Weighed on me a lot.
Yeah. And then, so it's funny your first takeaway, mine was like, it was direct feedback in the moment because we had come off the course of day 2 and, you know, the winners, and it was the Born Primitive team, all those special forces guys. It was Kurt. What was it? I can't remember his last name. What was his last name?
Kurt and Cody. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's Mike Hearn, Cody Alford, and Kurt.
Camachi.
Yeah. Talking to those guys. And Cody, this is like in the moment, right? We just come off the mountain, you know, we find out the scores, all this stuff. And Cody's, I'm like, man, I heard you guys did so good, the 18 seconds, this, whatever. He goes, I go, what? Like, why are you guys good at this, you think? He's like, it's all mindset. He goes, there was a couple times where I could have been like a straight Debbie Downer and brought the whole team down because I didn't, you know, do what I thought I could do. Mike, the Coyotes last night, like he was the one holding our team down, and he very easily could have taken the whole team down with him, but he bounced right back and we all forgot about it and it was all good vibes the whole way. I'm like, okay, well, I was definitely a Debbie Downer in this and this. It's like direct in the moment, you know what I mean? It's like, well, that lingered, so I should probably drop those like immediately, right? Like the only shot that matters is the next one, or the only competition that matters is the next one. So I had the same takeaway of like, in those settings, which I would like to do again. I mean, if we go back to do this again next year or anything, I don't think I'm going to enter competitions like trail. I don't think I'm going to be some big competitive shooter. But if we go do stuff like this, I mean, that's just such an easy, direct takeaway. And then the second one is dropping the expectation where like, okay, I'm going to force the archery because I know we can get ahead, which just completely set myself up for failure. And that's why I drug myself down the whole time from not doing well there. And then the third would be, you know, those pressure situations, which again, like you, Trail, I don't know if I need to practice those, but it definitely wouldn't hurt. You know what I mean? Like it definitely wouldn't make me a worse hunter if I threw myself in some pressure situations every now and again.
I was talking to a guy yesterday and he was like, yeah, those pressure situations like that you guys were in with the, you know, the SIG games. He's like, yeah, it's, you know, it's just one way that you can replicate it. And I was thinking about it as he was talking and I was like, I feel way less pressure in a hunting situation than I did there. Way more.
Way less.
I mean, for one, I'm there most of the time by myself. 2, there's no camera guy. There's no audience standing there watching me. 3, it's like just me and the animal, and I'm like so focused in that moment because you have to be. Yeah. Like it felt like a lot of the noise around me. I don't even pay attention to it in a hunting situation. It feels like my focus is all.
You have that killer focus when you have that animal.
To me,
there.
A hunting situation is way more manageable than what I felt when I was up there.
What? Because I know what to do.
Yeah, I know it. I mean? It's familiar.
Like, and hunting is it's the perfect dance between aggression and patience. This doesn't have that where you like kind of let things happen and kind of make some things happen. This is like make it happen now.
Yeah, a lot of it.
For
it sure.
Yeah, mine is pretty simple. I feel like, you know, going into this that I'm a good communicator. And can explain things to people really easy and keep things going. But I feel like when we got out there, could have done way better communicating. I think learning how to communicate in a pressured situation and keep people, you know, in the right direction. I think that'd be really good. Talking about through the stages, how we can strategize the communication, like I said, on strategy, communication during the shots, communication afterwards, reflecting on things, just better communication. Because I feel like I communicate decent hunting, but I know now maybe I can improve on that and be even better. And when I go hunting with people, we can have a better plan in the real time moment. And also I think I just need to work on creating chaos when I'm actually out practicing, like literally creating chaos, like not just running around doing things, but create stressful situations to try to shoot. Like we said, like hunting to me is calm. It's actually really easy to lay down. Even if I have to hurry and take a shot, I feel like I can take a shot pretty quickly, but just introducing other sorts of chaos, switching things up.
Me and Lorenzo to like sit and flip you with a rubber band in the face while you're
Yeah, or just
Woods mentality, making noise and shit in the background.
That's just trying to figure out. I don't know how I can do it yet. I'm sure I think about it still, but
what is the Happy Gilmore guy?
Just introducing something that just like changes the script all the time, and so it's not the same repetitiveness. Because obviously I'm not a fast shooter. I take time. I know I can get a shot off with a rifle, but it's different in a sense than this. Like these are different weapons I never used before. Just becoming more proficient with all sorts of different things and learning how to stand up or utilize rest if I need to, like just different things. Because obviously I don't shoot a pistol. I don't know how to stand with certain things. Like just learning more weapon types.
I came home Sunday. I went out to the range with my kids and we shot pistols.
Did you really? Look at you.
Yeah, we went out and I was just like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, let's go out. So
how'd you shoot?
Terrible.
Practicing with the pistol. That's a big lesson. 'Cause I sucked. I felt bad how horrible I was with the pistol because I have a hard time acquiring it. And even though we're talking about everything, I was hearing you talk like grabbing the magazine. The one guy was and like how to grip it and like you can force it around, like different tactics to learn how to hold things better.
Yeah.
Just like the tips.
I had zero expectation there, so I was taking every piece of advice at full face value and really focusing on like, okay, how can I use the advice given to me where I didn't do that in any other, because I had expectations everywhere else. You know what I mean? I already had it in my head.
But like guys are saying too, I do enjoy, like we talk about all the time when you're talking about other people that know more than you do, is just being a sponge.
Yeah.
Like literally soaking up everything. Like when we got back from the first day.
Yeah, I learned so much.
Soaking up all the info from everyone else, soaking up all their tips, all their strategies. It's like literally because you don't know anything, so soak it up.
Between Lance, Mike,
Lance is such a
Kurt,
good guy,
and Cody.
Yeah,
like between those guys, I learned a shitload of stuff.
Yeah, learned a ton.
A lot of mental stuff.
So that was the art games. Long recap, but that was fun. It was fun to. It's actually, I don't know if people listen to this, but it was fun to sit and talk to you guys about it and just run
maybe
through
fairly chaotic to listen to what we just talked about, but
that's okay.
That's how chaotic it was too.
Yeah, it was. But super cool event. I hope we get invited back. I had a really good time.
Hopefully we do.
I learned a lot, and shout out to Sig for just doing a phenomenal job on putting together a really cool, unique event that no other companies like in our space are doing anything like that.
They're changing the game in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, and if you look at like the reasons behind them doing it, I mean, purely for them, this is just like, hey, this is something really fun and cool that we can do. And I mean, they poured a lot of money and time and effort into it, and good on them. And I can't say thank you enough. It was a lot of fun.
They're creating a community. They're creating a part of the community that's not existent right now, and they're doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, bringing together a lot of different
backgrounds.
Yeah.
Now it's time to go actually shoot some real stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one.